Here's another one, Mishpaka. How many of you all remember this face?
Mm-hmm. Now,
This is an expert time traveler. Go back to Africa. An expert time traveler. Why I say that? Because he made a profound statement recently. This was like 4 days ago, maybe 5 days by now. And he's not changing from that. He hasn't repented from that. And if you watch the video, and I urge you all to watch the whole thing, and then watch the chat. When he starts off, you know, you can see people agreeing and stuff like that. You can see all the people who have the Egyptology type mindset surfaces to the top. When he starts going into denial of the word, a lot of people are like, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, and they start to depart. I'm done. I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm changing. This guy's lost his mind. All kinds of stuff. You were following this guy drinking from his cistern for a long time. You don't believe he's awakened? Well, look over here. All maps and books refute locations of Israel and who were Israelites. You go to his channel and you type in Hebrews, and a lot of his videos is just proving that we are Israel. And he says it's not about me denying the Most High, but he don't believe the Bible in its entirety. And we'll play several clips of this so that y'all can get it, okay? Y'all got to listen to this, and like I said, if y'all got to eat, eat. I'm not moving from the chair until I'm finished with this class. If Brother Shay got to go, he's going to go. I'm not moving from this chair.
I'm right here. I'm right
Okay,
here.
y'all can go, but I'm going to stay here until I finish this thing.
Hallelujah.
Go ahead and read. You want to say something first,
Yeah,
right?
I was going to give a small analogy just to kind of help people understand. We are traveling on this journey, and while we're traveling, we have to stop to refuel and eat. But what happened along the way of our travel, there are booths set up that look like a place to eat.
A mirage.
A mirage. It has the flashing lights. It says, "Welcome to Hebrews." And you think it's a good place to eat. And when you get there and you open the door and you go inside, they shut the door behind you and it's pitch dark. You have all kinds of wayward things that you see inside there. But on the map that we have, which is our Torah, it tells us what signs to look for on these places to stop. And if we're not careful where we're stopping from, we will be fooled. So like we see this brother here who claims to have a lot of these Hebrew stuff to prove, yes, we're Hebrew, yes, the Bible is true, this. And then later on, now we come to this point. And the signs were always there. People just wasn't seeing the signs. They were so caught up in the awakening part. But now that he's revealing who he really is, and not only him, but a lot of other people, the signs are always there. Are we paying attention to the signs? Are we taking the Torah and are we reading it for ourselves to see the signs that are there? That's the question.
Let's read the book of James chapter 1 and verses 8.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Some of his ways.
All his ways.
And I want y'all to really digest this thing as you eat your food or whatever you got going on. This is very important. When he speaks about double-minded, that means that you're not sure of yourself. You're unstable. Because if you're going to cross a bridge and you're seeing something look suspect, are you going to travel over that? You're not even sure how strong the rope is. You might see a cat run across the bridge with no problem, and you're thinking, I can do it too. But a cat is different, it's built different. It'll work for a cat. It's not going to work for you. This brother, a lot of our people have learned information, who they are, based upon this brother's research, what he have researched, from other Israelites bringing information out, and he's verifying stuff. Now he put out a video, and he has 281,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people who subscribe. Not even listening alone. That's just subscription. Excuse me. Now, let us go and let us take a listen. I want you all to listen so that I would not be taking up all your time just talking. Let me pull it up. Europe, let's get that. Go Black to Africa. Fair use again. Go to his channel right here. Mute this, fair use. Let's go to his videos. And you can see a lot of his stuff is dealing, as a matter of fact, I can show you real quick. If I do a search, let's go here. I'm going to show you real time. Type in Hebrew. Hebrew. For the search, search in his channel, hit return, boom. What mainstream media don't show, Hebrew Israelites from America. He's showing you all this stuff about the Igbo. He's showing a lot of stuff about Israelites. So he's putting out content that really support us being Israelites. Israelites. The Bible says if the foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? What are we going to do if men like this destroy our foundation? So now, let me go straight to the, he said it was 4 days ago. Let's go to his live. Click on the live. Here we go, right here. So when you go to videos, you're not going to see it. You got to go to his live. So we're going to go to, click this right here. It's 5 days ago now.
I want to.
And then we're going to go right here, fair use again. Timestamp 18. So we're about there, right here, right, yeah. Okay, listen carefully. Now, you can also watch the live, let me do the live chat replay. Okay, let's listen.
Are considered when you're talking about people who write. Now, I want to keep it simple so that you will understand that the people even today are no different than the people before. What blows my mind, people, is that people act like the Europeans who went and turned around and translated the Bible were saints, like they were. Oh no, they're going to give the exact way of the writings and exactly what they saw in the scriptures and the scrolls to translate it.
This person says, hey family, don't go down this hole, my brother. Here, I always respected him and enjoyed following him in his travels. Let's pray for him.
Into an English words and make it seem like they will not write it and change it a bit to fit their own gains. This is what blows my mind about black folks out here who they say in one breath, oh, they are the enemy, but in the other breath, I believe every word that's put in here by what they translated and put in. But many of these people have not done the research like I have. Now, a little bit about myself too. I used to be a minister in a church for 20-something years. I also went as far as getting my bachelor's degree in biblical studies and theology, but that's nothing to me. I went on in my travels to search out this thing that you call the Bible.
That you call the Bible, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I call him an expert time traveler because he went to search. Maybe he took a time travel machine and went back like Star Trek into the past and saw what Moses had in his hand and was able to read and understand it. And he came back and says, hey, what we have is wrong. As if the Most High is not in the business of preserving his own word.
Mm-hmm.
In how it came to existence. Now, many of you all may have the benefit of watching when I went into Ethiopia, where they say is the oldest translation of the Bible is in Ethiopia. I went there, not once, not twice, 3 times. In that, I searched out the scholars today. Many people don't even understand that the Orthodox Christians there, that I've spoke to their priests, old men, old wrinkle men.
This person's bloodline of Judah says they wrote the New Testament to keep the Israelites in idolatry. So now you got people who will come up to the surface to agree with this brother to some degree. Y'all see that? So what you read as letters You can put that in the trash. Why? Because these people all agree, and then you follow the crowd accordingly. If the foundations be destroyed, what will the righteous do? Listen on.
Who themselves have prejudices, who only have understandings of what they were told. And they have belief systems that were based upon their region, their culture, their area, and all that. The interesting thing about Ethiopia and the Orthodox, they will tell you the New Testament was brought over by a priest out from Egypt. The New Testament.
You hear that? From a priest out of Egypt.
Now, I asked them the question, who was this priest? Was he affiliated with the Ethiopian Orthodox? No. Who was this priest? Where did he come from? And where did he get that New Testament? Because they were sitting on the Old Testament. Now, if anybody knows about the Jews in Ethiopia, who is different than the Orthodox Christians, they hold on to the Old Testament or the Torah, who have two total different big backgrounds and belief systems. But when you talk to them, they will give you their history, and their history is based upon what somebody told them or somebody wrote and put down. Now, would you call it right and exact if we are bounded by our culture, our region, our religion, even the powers that be? Because the powers that be had influence on those who wrote, right? Because those who wrote had fear of death if it opposed the laws of the powers. This is how you had the problem in Europe. When they were writing, they had to be very careful and to ensure that things that were in this Bible that were contrary to the powers that be, there would be issues. This is why you don't see in the Bible the uproar against systems of governments. You see Jesus Christ, who never spoke against the government, but the government came up against him.
Notice what he said is a lie. Did not Yeshua call Herod a fox? Did not Yeshua talk about the kingdoms of this world is not his own? Did not Yeshua says to focus on the kingdom to come? Did not Yeshua also said in reading from the book of Isaiah that he did not come to do anything but to set the captives free? And he explained what that meant. So this is New Testament where Yeshua is revealing himself, reading from what? The Old Testament. Where's the contradiction? And he stopped at a certain point because the time to do the war against the government is not now. And Daniel told us that the fifth kingdom, stone cut without hands, is a future event. If this guy knew his Bible, he will understand that the Messiah would not speak against government because we were in captivity, knucklehead.
Daniel was thrown in.
We were in the feet of Rome, knucklehead. And we had to go through this thing, knucklehead, for a time, knucklehead. But the serpent was more subtle than any of the other beasts, knucklehead. This is how they beguile you. This is why, Brother Yonah, like I said before, with the movie, analogy with the movie The Patriot, be very careful. Because if certain people keep pushing the foolish doctrine, when I come out, there will be nothing left. Because at some point it's gonna get really, really bad. Okay? Listen up, listen carefully.
Because the people perceived him to say he was God. Now, I can go further into that, but let's keep it simple. My statement when I said that the Bible is filled with lies as well as filled with truths, that does not negate my belief in the Most High. My belief.
Doesn't the Bible say that Satan also believed in the Most High and he what? Tremble? Satan believed in the Most High and he trembled. He says, even though the Bible is full of lies, it does not negate. What is the Bible but the word of the Most High? You reject his word, you reject the Most High. Who have seen the Most High any time? How does the Most High preserve his identity but by through his word and through everything that he put around us?
Volume of the books.
Where do you stop pulling the threads, Mishpachah? Because that's what people do. They keep pulling the threads until the emperor has no clothes. And it takes you right back to the Garden of Eden. You get naked and you're exposed, and Satan got you exactly where he wants you to be. You want to say something?
No.
Okay, let's listen on.
In the Most High is totally different belief, experience, and understanding than you. How many people out here said that God told them to kill their child, to go kill somebody?
You see how Satan gets you?
God told them this. How many people that you've heard say, God said, who prophesied, people evangelize and say, and you catch them in lies, you see that they're lying, you see, and these are people out here who claim they hear and they saw and they write and people read and people believe and people follow.
So, when you read about Abraham, and you read about all the patriarchs like Jacob, his sons also slaughter Shechem people and all of them, right? Did not Jacob himself had a situation wrestling? I mean, wasn't Jacob himself in situations himself? Joseph, all of these men went through certain ordeals in their life. That's their life story, and we have that today. It's called the Bible. But yet this guy is trying to diminish by using modern day foolishness to apply to the patriarchs of the scriptures.
Why do you think that today's human beings are different than those that you think were more sanctified, more holy back in the day? Why would you think that? If you even read the Bible, it shows the imperfections of man and how evil and corrupt that the Jewish people were, that we say we were the chosen.
That we say we are the chosen.
The prophets became evil.
The prophets became what? Evil. Y'all believe that?
I don't see nowhere in the scripture. Nowhere in the scripture says the prophets
is
are
a
evil.
big umbrella. So let me see. David was evil. Elijah was evil. Which one? The live chat play or the brethren over here? The video live chat? Yeah, I see it. All right, listen up.
They began to spread lies.
They began to spread lies. So Jeremiah was spreading lies.
They didn't follow no commandments.
Jeremiah did not follow commandments. Elijah did not follow commandments.
What book is he reading? And he said he was a pastor.
This is what happens when our people go into these schools. There's a certain spirit that meets you at the door and spend time. Your tutor is a spirit guide.
To do evil, corrupt things. The children of Israel all began to fall down and idolize things. And
that is not correct. Did all children of Israel?
Nope.
Or some of them?
He put everything into one bunch, one lump sum.
Be careful.
And begin to walk in different areas. And these people were writing. Oh yes, these people were writing.
These people were writing. So the Bible that we have, the prophets who wrote in here was all evil, but they were writing. They were writing. This casting doubt, seeds of doubt from the Garden of Eden. It's an old trick.
Now the question of it is that when these supposed scriptures, ancient writings were found,
supposedly ancient scriptures were found.
Sound like
Who can
Satan.
validate what is
Who can validate
the truth?
what is the truth? I'm going to stop it right here. Who can validate the truth? So this time traveler is telling us that he was able to discern that the Bible is false or mixed with truth and lies. He never told us what is truth. He never told us what were the lies. But he's making a blanket statement, and we have to run around, oh my goodness, the house is burning. You don't know if it's their bedroom burning, the kitchen burning. You just hearing about the house is burning, you start running around. Not realizing that you're going to be the one burning your own house down.
See, so what he did was, over the years, he says, come over here, you are Israel. Come on over here, come on, gather, gather. And he gathered all his people, and then he's going to say, I don't think the Bible is real. I think it's false. And this is what exactly he's doing here. The prophets are liars. They wrote all this stuff down, and nothing that we have here is true. After gathering everyone.
Yes, exactly. This is why I try my very, very best not to try to promote subscription now. Subscription is good to some point because it says algorithms help the channel and all that stuff. I understand that. But there's a certain side of that that's very dangerous. Yeshua did not go promoting himself. He did not go promoting himself. As a matter of fact, when he did miracles, he says, shh, tell nobody anything. Say nothing. Just do what the commandment says. Go to the priest, pay your shekels, do what you have to do. Boom, that's it. He never says, don't go to the priest. Don't deal with these guys. Don't follow the Pharisees. He says the Pharisees, what they say is do it, but don't follow after their ways. The way that they handle stuff. Like they know about being a mechanic, but they destroy your vehicle. Don't work on cars like the way that they work in cars, but learn to be a good mechanic. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm trying to make it as simplistic as possible. But you sit down there and listen to guys like this, drinking on these cisterns all the time, and then once you're so far deep, then later on he says, I don't believe in anything at all. You know what? Shoot. I went to Africa, I don't believe. I followed this one, I don't believe. I was a Moor. Watch the Israelites. A lot of them were Muslim, Moors, Egyptology. A lot of them were in all of these places. What are they searching for? What is this brother searching for? He's like a wind blowing, a reed blown in the wind. He don't have no place to lay his head. He's all over the place. Maybe he does have a place and he's just doing his assignment. I don't know.
Agent.
It creates doubt. You're a tumbleweed. Let's move on. Let's listen to the next clip. It's really short.
Acting as though that they are professionals.
Listen.
So this ain't about trying to sway anybody into doing away with the Bible. I enjoy a lot of the knowledge that I see in the Bible. I can relate to a lot of that.
I enjoy what? A lot. A lot. Is that what he said? Just said? Go back again. I don't want to misquote the brother.
Acting as though that they are professionals. So this ain't about trying to sway anybody into doing away with the Bible. I enjoy a lot of the knowledge that
A lot of the knowledge. Remember, the woman was seeking after knowledge. I enjoy a lot of it. So the Bible is not all scripture is profitable for what?
Sound doctrine.
All scripture, not a lot of scripture.
And he's not seeking this for salvation. He's seeking it for knowledge.
That's the difference.
And that is what a lot of people are running after, the tree of good and evil.
A lot of the books that I have, brothers and sisters, is just as a reference tool. If you notice, I have actually slowed down in presenting stuff. Why? Because I can show you reference material. It has nothing to do with the scriptures per se. I stick with the Torah. I stick with the scriptures. Let's move on.
I see in the Bible. I can relate to a lot of that because in the writings of men, you can decipher things that you say, hey.
Writings of men.
I've had that happen. I see that back then existed and exists today.
Yeah.
I can utilize writings for a good, but one should approach and be cautious. You don't pick up any writing and just run with it and say, oh, look, this is what it said. You know, who told
Here comes the questions.
these people that every writing was sacred?
Every writing is sacred.
This is the infallible word of God. Who
This, you see how he threw it out there? Sacred. This is the infallible word of God.
told these people?
That
Because
sounds like a serpent with double tongue, just slither in, whisper in your ears. And you see, you come in and you drink so much of this Kool-Aid that you're so full you can't move, like a fat tick. You can't move, like the rocks in your stomach. So you lay there and you just keep filling up, and the mess is just running over and you can't move.
If you are a chef and you have a pot, and your pot have a hole in it, and you don't plug that hole, you're gonna be spending a lot of money on groceries, and when you're cooking, you're gonna be losing a lot of the food, probably all of it. This is why I'm doing this class, because there are some holes. When I say holes, I'm talking about our people need to check themselves. They are the ones who are the holes, because a lot of them are sitting there and they appear to be a whole pot, but they are actually holes. And later on, while I'm working hard, trying to do the kingdom work and so forth, somebody's gonna leak, cause somebody to fall out. Somebody's gonna be there causing you, brethren, to be weak and to fall by the wayside. And I'm telling you these things so when you see something happen, you be like, oh, I remember. I'm watching that snake. I'm watching it. I see it's over there. I don't ask snakes if it bites, if it's venomous, or if it's gonna strangle me. I kill all snakes. All snakes. If I see it, it can be a baby one.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a big one. It can be a black one, a green one. It can be a pretty one, ice gold and green one. That's red, yellow, and green for those who don't know the lingo. I see the snake coming in pink with flowers and smell like perfume.
Shalom.
All right, hold on, Ema, hold on. Let's listen on. We got a few more on this. We got one more clip that he's gonna say, and then we're gonna move on, okay? Almost there.
Writing in a mountain, it's sacred.
A writing in the mountain is sacred. The writing in the mountain is the Torah. He's addressing the Torah.
Attacking the law now.
And for those who wants to believe in the Bible, and you believe that those who put that together, why did they had taken away from it? They added to it and they've taken away from it.
What did they add, brother? And what have they taken away? What knowledge do you have? Because I said he is an expert time traveler. See, when you speak with such boldness, there must be some proof to prove what you're saying is true. Mm-hmm. Because if I take this brother to court right now and says he stole such and such and such, the court's gonna be asking me for evidence to prove that he's a criminal. Mm-hmm. And he got to prove that he's innocent. But when you're making statements and people die and lose their faith based upon these broad statements, you are a wicked and a wicked liar at that.
He can say, I plead the fifth. Going to witness protection.
He got the beard. He even got a garment that emulates one of the Hebrew groups out there. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if he purposely put that on emulate one of the popular groups out there.
I think so.
Because he's probably trying to send a message using one of the largest groups to do that. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
You know, the Apocrypha was in, which y'all love the King James Version Bible. The Apocrypha was in, then they took it out. What gave them the power? You mean to tell me God made an error, a mistake? You mean to tell me that these people were the chosen ones to go ahead and put together that Bible that you read today? You mean to tell me they translated exact and right in the way that it was supposedly come from an original, which they can't even find the original writings? Come on, y'all. What I'm saying is that you may be limited in your life by living your life to its fullest.
Do as you want, as you wilt.
That's that spirit. And I meet a lot of people, even in some of our family members, with the same spirit right here.
All right, let's listen on.
Because you have things bounding you down based upon what was told you.
So be free. Be free.
I've seen much religion cripple people. Look around this globe I travel, I see it cripples people.
Religion cripples people. So use the scriptures, make that into religion, and now it is crippling people.
I sit here, I had a conversation with a brother yesterday. He's Muslim.
Okay, that's that one. Let's move on to 55.
He's in a hotel hiding quietly, whispering.
He needs to stay in Africa. Stay over there. 55, 45. Don't worry. There are other brethren over there who will deal with him. Who will deal with him. Let him stay over there, because let me go.
And while you look for that, people like this
55,
would
45.
come against the word, and then they're the first ones to knock on your door when they need help.
He'll knock at somebody else's door. Anyway, let's listen.
Believe there's a creator. I don't believe it's a man, like some say. I don't believe that's, this individual sitting around looking like me with an afro with black skin. I don't believe that. I dang sure don't believe he's white. Not at all. I believe there is a powerful source in existence that has always been and will always be in this universe, of this universe, that is the control. That's what I believe. Now, people gonna probably want clarity on that. Don't need to clarify. Do you believe in Jesus? You gotta believe in Jesus. You're gonna go to hell. Somebody said, pray for his soul.
Notice somebody says, you sound like a Buddhist. Another person says, this is bloodline of Judah. Jesus Christ don't exist. You see the crowd, it flushes out. Like Moses says, who's on the Lord's side? Who's on the Most High side? Come with me over here, come. And he draw a line, right? All right, listen up, listen good.
It's all good, family. Every man has his journey he has to walk on. And I wanted to do this video to share.
Now, we are supposed to be all Israel. It's not just a man on a journey, but it's a household of Israel, because the Messiahs are coming back for one person or two people.
To bring some light to what I was saying.
He's bringing light.
This is all about the information that we will die by. And you might die by information that your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, your granddaddy passed down to you, and how to do business, how to live life, how to be a mother, how to be a father, how to be a parent. And it may not even be that right information. So many people ask, have you read this book, that book, this book? I don't need to read no more book. What is new for somebody to write down? Well, they have a new discovery. Okay, they have a new discovery. All right. What more is that going to do for me in my lifetime that I'm here? Life is like that. Goodness gracious, I'm 57 years old. Time that's gone by so quickly. And I got 1 foot in the grave already.
No, you got two.
I'm running around. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm the chosen. Okay, I've said to this too, if you don't know who you are. But
you see that? So now he is making mockery of our great awakening. How important is that? to us as a people. Mishpachah, how important is that for us as a people?
So sad.
It's very important, right? It's prophecy. That's correct. Let's listen up.
Does that go make a change in you, though? When you get the truth of anything, what change does it do for you now?
You hear that? When you get the truth of anything, what change does it do for you now? The truth's supposed to what? Make you free.
One of the questions that in your Bible that Pontius Pilate asked Jesus, what is the truth? A question never answered. What is the truth?
Now he says, Yeshua did not answer you. Didn't Yeshua says, I'm the truth?
That's what he's questioning. So he has all these sources he is going to and talking to all these men to get the information from, but yet he's disproving the history before that came from inspired men taking the word from Elohim, and he's saying that that word is not true. So I'm gonna believe these are the people that have brought this information to me.
How does he know that he came from this planet and not from space or something? How does he know that he is who he is? How does he know that he's a male and not a female? How does he know these things? So somebody told him that he was a male. How does he know what that really means?
Never answered him. What is the truth? You shall know the truth, and the truth will set or make you free.
Set or make. You see how the two ways? Set, it didn't say set or make, it says make you free. There's no sharing of set and make on the same statement by Yeshua.
That's to show you that it's in
Want y'all to chew on that.
All right, we're gonna stop there. Chewing that. I'm not chewing anything, brother. But like I said, I wanted to share with you all so you can see what's really going on. Let's move on. The seeds of doubt. You will have to rewrite the entire Bible to create, I got two in there, something entirely vegan. We're going back to the veganism thing for a minute because we're building and we're going to look at some other things. Let's get Genesis chapter 9, verses 1 to verses 4.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 1 to 4. And Elohim blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered.
And he's going to explain what he means by that. Let's go.
Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you.
Now, this is generally speaking to all mankind at this particular point in time. Because out of mankind, the three sons, he's going to separate unto himself a kadosh people that will only eat certain of all moving things. But other nations, they can eat whatever they want. This is why even the Bible says in the Torah, if an animal that you have dies of itself, give it to the stranger, let them eat it. Not for you, let them eat it. Because why? It goes back that everybody's not the chosen. This is why the brother was mocking us as being Israelites. After all those classes he put out, proving that we are Israel, then he went to Europe and came back confounded. When the book of Jubilees said that there's a spirit connected to the Gentiles that's going to take them in the opposite direction from the Most High.
That's right.
And he didn't catch on that either.
Yeah.
I keep telling you all, y'all keep hanging around with dogs going to get fleas.
That's why the Lord said to
Okay?
separate yourself from
Go ahead and read. Verse
Even
3.
as the green herb.
Even as what?
The green herb.
So this is post Garden of Eden. Why would the Most High establish a diet that also has meat in it He says, even as the green herbs. So are we to eat all green herbs? No. Not all green herbs we can digest. Especially as Israelites. Some people can go and eat bark off of a tree. We can't do that.
Our stomach is
That's
made
part
different.
of their cultural diet. And they'll ferment the thing and eat whatever it is. We can't do that. So every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. And he's talking about mankind in general. And all green herbs, mankind in general. But specifically, when it came down to the Shemites, down to Israelites, he set a certain diet just for our people alone. Do you all understand that?
Oh, yes.
Brother King says, a sheep that frolics with a mangy dog shall eat poop. All right, thank you, brother. So even as a green herb, continue.
Have I given you all things? But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood
So
thereof.
now he's telling us that if you can eat flesh, make sure you don't have the blood in it. Go ahead.
Ye shall ye not eat.
Some Israelites say flesh should not be eaten at all. That's what that verse 4 means. That's what I have heard. That's not what the Bible is saying. Why would he come back and says, but the flesh, I've given you every moving thing that lives shall be meat for you, but then contradict himself by saying, but flesh with the life thereof, which is in the blood, don't eat. Does that make sense? He could have simply say, eat green herbs. That's it, eat green herbs. Remind them, eat green herbs. He could have said, remember Eden. He never said that.
Stack up on your
He
greens.
never said stack up on the greens either. Y'all get it.
Extra spinach.
Let's move on. Seeds of doubt. Let's look at this. You must erase clothing also. Genesis 3:21. If you want to go back to Eden, you got to also remove the clothing. Erase this too.
Unto Adam also unto his wife did Yahuwah Elohim make coats of skin and clothed them.
Does it say coats of grass?
Well, you know, the skin from the special tree.
Bark.
What? Special tree.
There
You
go.
want to go back to Eden so much, Israelites.
The hemp.
Why are you walking around with clothing?
Hemp skins.
And I'm going to get into the skins in a little bit. I'm saving that for later on. And he did what? He was the one who clothed them. So if he sanctioned that, so they said that the scribes was the one who put all this in there.
But that would say potato skins.
Potato skins. They said that the scribes are the one put this in there. But yet the same people who said the scribes put it in there, guess what kind of Bible that they have? A Bible with leather skin.
Yeah.
Paper is from plants, but the skin, your favorite Bible is made out of leather. Leather with a V. And the glue that binds your leather Bible together has animal protein in there. And the ink and such like. We're going to get into that. I have never seen such a set of dunce people who are well educated in books. Bookology. They got all the different books. Amazon loves them.
The devil is on
They make Elon Musk, right? Amazon. They make Elon Musk richer every single time they give these books.
the devil
Now while you're on this, let's go back to the
master design.
Which one?
this part here, this last
Okay.
part.
All right, let's go back to Brother Shea. Want to bring something out?
Just click on that middle piece.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, let's go back here.
And open this first one here.
All right. Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Jeff Bezos, not Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos. Thank you for the correction. Thank you, CK, for the correction. All right. What do you want to bring out from this?
I'm just gonna read a couple paragraphs in this, and then so scroll down. It says, "Where did the word vegan come from?" That's what it says right here, right? It says there are, of course, many complex ethical, environmental, and
Where are you reading from?
Right
First
here.
paragraph. Okay.
Yeah. nutritional
Nutritional.
reasons for choosing vegetarianism in all its different forms. But we wanted to know, where did the words themselves come from? Who invented veganism?
All right.
And right here it says
Vegetarianism.
vegetarianism has been around for a long time. Some studies of mummified Egyptians show they had vegetarian diets. Historians also date this diet back to ancient Greek philosophers, and religious sects of Buddhism and Hinduism have encouraged vegetarianism for hundreds of years.
Let me say something real quick. You know what is so hypocritical or funny about this? I have heard people say that the priests, the sages who changed the Bible, was changing the Bible to be like the rest of the nations, not so that because the rest of the nations ate meat, and yet this this piece here is saying that the rest of the nations were vegetarian. Yeah. Anything else you want to bring up from this?
This is last little part, and then we're gonna go back.
The Seventh-day Adventurist. Okay.
It says the word vegetarianism itself came into common usage in the 1840s or 50s. During this era, a diet abstaining in meat was associated with religious conservatives, some of whom also campaigned for the temperance movement.
That means
to ban
no alcohol. Go ahead.
to ban alcohol. To this day, the SDA encourages a vegetarian diet.
You see that? The SDA. That's the special people who. Anything else?
You could post that link in there, and then let's read this last part there, and then I'm gonna
Let's post the link in the chat. And give me 1 second. Yes, brethren. I saw it go. That's how it is, brethren. That's how it is. It's this folly that people have been. Okay, let's see. Everyone has been feeding on. Post the link. Okay, the link is in the chat. There you go.
Let's go back here now.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So vegan practice has been an Eastern tradition and has no ties to Israel. You have two choices: eat all unclean meat or eat no meat. That's what they're pushing. But Israel has the best diet in the world: clean meats balanced with healthy vegetables. Now, here's the nail in the coffin when it comes to veganism. Isaiah 28 verse 9. It says, "Whom shall ye teach knowledge, and whom shall ye make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." Now, this is, of course, we're talking spiritual here. But to think of it from the physical side, mother's milk should not be consumed because it comes from the flesh. This is why formula isn't introduced. This is one of the things that they push in the vegan mainstream now.
Drink formulas instead.
So you can't drink from your mother's breast as a child. Because that is against their
comes from an animal
belief.
And humans are animals.
So it just goes to show you, Mr. Prakar, how
that's
foolish this thing is.
It's what an Israelite do. An Israelite is a scientist, a word scientist, a word scientist, meaning that they are the only ones who can spiritually discern what's good and what's bad, and they can slice through around certain things, and they can bring, like, in other words, they have the ability to micro pick corn from doo-doo and fix it up in such a way that by the time it's done, elder, you say, "Oh man, I'm blessed.
There's some good tortillas.
I am blessed. This is a wonderful." Why was the devil? So the devil was trying to keep all this truth from us. This is a lot of truth, with an F.
Truth.
All right, let's look at some more clothing. You got to erase this also from the book of Genesis. Seeds of doubt. Let's get it. Genesis 27, 15 to 17.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 15 to 17. And Rebekah took goodly raiments, and her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son.
So if Rebekah didn't do this, how would Jacob get the blessing? Read on.
And she put the skins of the kids of the goats.
Goats, plural. So somebody had to die to get those skins. Go ahead.
Upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck.
But the scribes, they're the ones who put that in there. That didn't really happen. It's just our allegorical saying over here. So when you read the Bible, you have to have an extra spirit, another spirit, to tell you what you're reading is allegorical and all that stuff. It's not the same spirit. There's always a bunch of different spirits. Go ahead and read 17.
Which, okay, and
she
smooth
gave-
next, and she gave the savory meat and the bread, which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob.
So the New Age Old Testament would be, and she gave the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And this is how he got the blessing, the bread. No meat, nothing savory. Okay? Sowing seeds of doubt. All right, let's look at this other one, Exodus 26 and 14. So the Most High said, you know what? I want to come and dwell on Mount Israel. I love my people. But no. Seeds of doubt came in. Let's see how what the tabernacle consists of. Read.
I also want to highlight when it says savory meats, the word savory always pertains to meat. And then later on, now you want to change, they want to change it to just vegetables. But savory pertains to that when you deal with the culinary world. Exodus 26, verse 14. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram's skins.
That's just a metaphor. That's not really real. Go ahead.
Dyed red and covered above of badger's skins.
See that? So skins. Skins was used to make the tabernacle. They would have to remove that too. Go ahead. Leviticus 13 and 48. Clothing will have to be removed again.
Verse 48. Whether it be in the wrap or woof of linen or of woolen, whether in a skin or in anything made of skin.
So Israelite made clothing from what? Skins. They had tents made out of skins. They didn't put linen over their heads. How do you waterproof linen? Well, let me guess. You go to Lebanon and you get the sap from the trees and you squeeze that sap out. You know how many trees you have to cut to get sap and bleed the trees of the sap to put that over linen to waterproof a tent?
No.
How do you waterproof cloth?
Right there, it says,
linen.
It says woof. That means it has to be woven tightly. The threads are so tight that no air or moisture can come through.
Brethren, how do you waterproof cotton and linen? How do you waterproof this thing as a tent? No, Brother Yona, they were in the desert. They don't rain in the desert. Knucklehead. Israel had, the Bible says, the form and the latter rain. What do you think that is? Everything symbolic for you, knucklehead Israelite? So the people just dug wells, and that's it. And no rain ever fall. So where did they get the water from in the wells? Oh, Brother Yona, the Most High provided underground aqueducts that rivers of water was flowing underneath. It was a miracle. Hallelujah. Let's move on. 2 Kings chapter 1, verses 8. Let's look at the prophets. They'll have to erase the prophets' clothing, so the prophets just run around with a dingling swinging in the wind.
Commando style.
Commando. Verses 8, let's read.
And they answered him. He was a hairy man.
He was a what?
A hairy man, and girt with a girdle of leather.
Of what?
Leather.
Linen.
Pleather.
Read.
About his loins.
Around his dinglings. Go ahead.
And he said, it is Elijah, the Tishbite.
The itchy bite. Because he wore itchy stuff. It was biting him. No, he was hairy and his hair was clothing. That's it. I don't know what they're drinking when they read this stuff. I really don't know. But maybe one of y'all who's in the chat, maybe they already left. I don't know. Did they leave already? Because we got Israelites who sit under the kneecaps, like they say, and learn from these people who call themselves fellow Israelites, and they drink from this stuff and they say, "Oh, I'm holy, I'm sanctified." But nobody ever questions them. They question me. Well, you know, Brother Yonah said this, but he was wrong. And I'm sure there's at least a couple of y'all in the room who have heard this directly. I don't even know why y'all are even here, because y'all are just double-minded too. Make up your mind. You want to be here or you want to be there? Go there and stay there. Because if your mind is unstable, we don't need that here. I mean, look, the Bible spoke about Israel being like different parts that makes up the house, the building. Paul talks about it. Shaul talks about it. But who wants to have pre-used concrete?
Crushed, recrushed.
Rec-
That thing would not stick.
Unstable, not. There's a reason why they throw it out in the first place. Now let's look at Matthew chapter 3 and verses 4 real quick. Because after all, it mentioned Elijah. Let's see, because that's in the Old Testament. Let me close out some of this stuff. Close this out. We're gonna close all this.
Now
stuff
the
out.
word of Elohim.
Now hold on.
While you pull that up.
You reading something else?
Oh no, I was just saying something.
Oh, go ahead and say it.
The Torah. All of the words that we're reading here is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So even though we explain it to you to the T, crystal clear, line upon line, here a little, there a little, precept upon precept, some of y'all will not get it, and it's just not for you. So what you do is just go the other way. And for those who this word is for, because again, the Most High knows who is going to be written, whose name is going to be written, and whose name is not going to be written. So just make sure your name is written.
Some Israelites are placed here to sabotage and to try some of you all. Let me repeat that. Some Israelites are here to try to prove some of you all. And they themselves don't realize that they're put here to test you all to see if you all would stay on the road to Zion or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. Read verses 4, Matthew 3 and 4.
Book of Matthew chapter 3 and verse 4. And the same John had a remnant of camel's hair and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey.
So once again, you find that there's leather mentioned in both what the world calls the Old and New Testament. The prophet's clothing was made out of leather. Let's look at Matthew chapter 9, verses 15 and 17.
And he also ate locusts and wild honey.
Let's leave that. Let's move on.
Matthew chapter 9, verse 15 and verse 17.
There's a part of 15 says, I put 15 because I want you to see who is speaking. This is Yeshua speaking.
And Yeshua said unto them.
What did he say in 17?
Verse 17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break.
And you're thinking, break. That means it was made out of glass. Go ahead.
Else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into bottles, and both are preserved.
Both are preserved. So let's find out in the context what the bottles is a reference to. And you're going to see it right here. Bottle. Make it a little bit bigger. I want y'all to see it real life. This is from the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia Online. Bottle. The most literal rendering of all the words for bottle in what?
English versions.
English versions of the Bible is what?
Skin.
Is skins. Skin. Y'all see it? Skin. 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 How do you get skin? So let me guess. Imagine you're an Israelite and you depend on, first of all, there's no glass bottles. Let's say you have clay pots. Do you know how heavy it is for you to transport clay pots from the well all the way to your house? Especially women was at the well to draw water. You got a heavy clay pot. How heavy is a clay pot with ropes on it to put it down in a cistern? And if you're not strong enough, imagine little Rebecca going to get water from a well to feed all of this Eleazar's caravan of camels. And she's there with a little self. She doesn't know. She maybe she was like one of these big, bulky Hulk tresses.
Olga.
Hulk tress. A Hulk tress. One of them weightlifting sisters, big sisters. Who can go and, hey, Eliza, come here. I'll give you water for all your camels. Like Eliza's sitting back like clay pot. She's putting the clay pot down in the well and bringing it back up.
Temperatures would destroy all that stuff too.
Elder. Did any? I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. Did anybody ever took the time to understand, culturally speaking, how impossible it is for you to carry around clay pot, which is heavy by itself? 1 gallon of water in a desert is not going to suffice. It's too heavy. So they had to have other materials available to transport their stuff from place to place.
Animal skin, animal skin.
Did anybody ever took the time to even look into this thing? So when the people say that how the scribes change everything, they're going to also have to change this too. How do you transport stuff? Well, you know, the people were vegan, so they took mud and made clay pots, and this is how they carry their wine. This is how they carry their oil. This is how they carry everything. They transport it in cardboard boxes made of paper. They use plastic bottles. What else?
They used the Venus flytrap
This cabbage
that could hold liquid.
This cabbage leaves, yeah.
Yeah, just pull up a picture so they can visually see, because when you talk about a canteen, the original canteens that we have the word canteen comes from is the same very picture here. You take the skin of an animal, there it is right there.
See the wine skin? Right here, a whole animal. The legs used to be over there. The skin, you see that? Wine skins. Wine skin, do y'all see it?
Leather goods.
You see the wine skin? Look at the people of the desert. Wine skin, y'all see it?
Vegans.
Y'all see that? This is a vegan life. I'm showing you how the vegan, look at the vegan here. See the vegan right there?
Made from tofu.
You see the vegan? I'm telling you, I can't stomach sit and listen to idiotic stuff without losing my mind
Woven mushrooms.
and go into a Wolverine mode or something. I can't sit there. I don't know how y'all can go and listen to some of these sistresses.
Distress.
Because most of y'all don't want to listen to the brothers anyway, because the brothers are too mean and evil and all kinds of stuff. But y'all go and oh, I got this book. All right, sister. What does the book say? It says that the scribes changed all the things, and they used to be vegan. Okay, sister. So how come you got all these things in your house? How do you hold water? We use clay pots. Okay, sis. Go get the water from use the water. Let me see you demonstrate the life of a vegan for 1 day.
Say bamboo.
How about 2 hours? Oh no, I need you to come help me get this water out of. No, I'm not helping you get no water. You lift that water yourself. Oh no, you're being mean. You're not being a good brother. I'm not going to be a good brother until you demonstrate how we live that life as an Israelite, as a vegan Israelite back in the day. Who's going to lift that water? Because according to what I read, so you're telling me the scribes make the women go get the water from the well when they're the ones going to the well for the water. How did you as a sister get that water out of a well with clay pots? How? Oh, Brother Yonah, it wasn't that. It was spiritual. It doesn't really mean
Pipes of Egypt.
And I'm supposed to sit there and listen to your foolishness.
Oh, yeah.
Ella, you understand why I'm taking this class slow? I don't. If people just one person left, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You don't get those.
Look at the images. This is what they want.
You don't get those stickers.
My love. Okay, hold brother thing. My love. And you as a man looking at all of that flesh. And it looks so appealing, and you lose your senses.
You lose your mind.
Yeah, we can make it, baby. We can make it. Anyway, let's go back to the article here, right here. It says it is skin or wine skin. The revised version, British and American, the primitive bottle among Eastern peoples was really a bag made from skins, tanned or untanned, of kid, goat, cow, camel, or buffalo. Y'all see that? Mm-hmm. And in most cases, drawn off the animal entire after the legs and head were cut off. Right here. Y'all see it? Y'all see it right here? Y'all see that? The head is cut off. That's the neck region. This is the legs area. That's the bum tarts. You see the bum tarts?
The dairy area.
Bum tarts. That's like a tart, like a, you know, the sweet spoon. All right. It's not my fault, brethren. It's how I was raised. Anyway, let's go ahead and read right here.
In most cases,
Read for me.
in most cases, drawn off of the animal's entire, after the legs and head were cut off and filled,
And when filled,
grotesquely retaining the shape of the animal.
shape of what?
The animal.
No, the cabbage.
The animal.
The mango.
The animal. The skins is
Oh, brother, we were wrong, man. It was gourds. They used gourds. They
Yes.
had some dry gourds that were big, calabash. That's it. That's how they carry the water.
and bamboo.
Throughout the Middle East, they had calabash, gourds. That's how they carry the water. So imagine a camel with a bunch of little gourds all around them. How big are the gourds? It depends. Okay, maybe they had a big gourd. That's right. I'm wrong. Back in the day in Israel, they had some big gourds. That's what it is. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Bring it.
Can you bring it?
Bring it.
Can you bring that? This is an example. This is what they had, Mishpachah. This is what they carried. Oh, it's green. Okay. This is what they carried around. Y'all see that? Okay, gourds. All right. Thank you for the demo. All right. So let's read on some more. The skins.
The skins in common use today, as in ancient times, no doubt, for holding water, milk, butter, and cheese, have the hair left on and are far from cleanly looking. Those used for wine and oil are tanned by means of oak bark and seasoned in smoke, a process that gives a peculiar astringency of flavor. Astringency of flavor to the wine kept in them, and gave rise to the parable of Yeshua about putting wine in new wine into old wine skins.
That's all we need from that. So you can see from the historical standpoint, I want you all to really see this, that the people, when you read the Bible, they'll have to change this too. They'll have to change the culture based upon some dumb Gentile who put together books saying that how our forefathers were all vegan. If they were vegan, I guess they killed the animal just for the skins and left the bodies to rot. Which is more wicked? Yeshua says, you wicked people, you what is it he said? I don't want to misquote it. Dealing with the temple versus the shekels that was brought to the temple. Which one is more honorable? The temple or this other thing right over here? Let's move on. Let's look at the food. Luke chapter 15, verse 27.
And he said unto him, thy brother is come.
So they'll have to sow seeds of doubt when it comes to the parables. Go ahead and read.
And thy father hath killed the fatted calf.
So now you change the parable. There's no killing of calves anywhere. The scribes who live in Jeremiah's time miraculously found a time warp hole and went through that hole and came up. They lived for thousands of years and came up during the time of Messiah. And they changed, in the 5th century, they changed all the writings. Let's move on to the next one. This is the seeds of doubt that the silly people tend to bring out. Numbers 11 and 5. Let's see the food. We gotta erase this too.
It says, we remember the fish.
The what?
The fish.
The fish.
Which, no, it should say the seaweeds. We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely.
Freely, that means that they chose to do so in Egypt. Go ahead.
The cucumbers, and the melons, and the leeks, and the onions, and the garlic.
So if the Egyptians were vegan only, and Israel was slaves, what time did they have to go fishing? You're building the pyramids of Egypt. What time do you have to go and fish for food to make this thing here a complete sense? You're a slave. You know how long it takes for you to be there with a pole trying to catch fish? Or with a net trying to catch it? You got to erase that too. All right, there's Matthew 3 and 4. We already read that.
They just had corn, and they had beans and pulse.
All right, let's get John chapter 21. We're going to read 10 and 13.
Verse 10 and verse 13.
This is Yeshua now.
Yeshua saith unto them,
He said unto them,
bring of the fish,
bring of the what?
the fish,
Fish's meat. Go ahead.
which ye have now caught.
So why would these men waste so much time to catch something if Jesus was vegan?
Sport fishing.
Read on, 13.
Yeshua then cometh,
So now he is coming.
and taketh bread.
He snatches bread off the thing. He got his plate now. He got his plate. Let me get my bread. It's coming up.
The buffet is open.
Yep, go ahead.
And giveth them,
He giving them some bread.
and fish likewise.
So he is the chef sharing something that he don't even eat himself. What a wicked teacher that is, isn't it? He's a vegan, but he's promoting a culture of death. Eating stuff that has a blood in it. Fish has blood. I mean, that's what the flies tell me when it's dead, right? Okay. All right, let's move on. Luke chapter 24, and this is the end of the Messiah's journey. John 21, right? So now let's go now to Luke chapter 24, towards the end of the Messiah's role on this earth. You'll have to erase this out of the book also.
Luke 24, verse 41 to 43.
Read.
And while they yet believed not for joy and wondered, he said unto them, have ye here any meat?
Do we have any what?
Meat?
No, bread.
Meat?
Vegetables.
Meat?
Tofu.
Meat.
Because he's from India, China.
Mushrooms.
Do you have any dal?
Tofu.
You have any chutney? Any dal?
Tofu. Tofu.
And he starts wobbling his head because I just came from India. Any dal? Any China? Go ahead and read.
And they gave him a piece of broiled fish.
No, the scribes put that in there. Somewhat?
Broiled fish.
Broiled fish. Go ahead.
And of a honeycomb.
A what? Honeycomb is made from bees. Insects. Go ahead.
And he took it.
He did what?
He took it.
And what did he do?
And did eat before them.
So he ate the fish and the honeycomb. That's the meat he is referring to. But you know these people with their super gospels.
It's spiritual, Rebbe.
Yeah, it's spiritual, all right. After he was crucified and resurrected, he still went and ate fish. Y'all see that?
You see, deep down in the mountains, there's a plant called the fish plant.
Fish plant, probably, that's what it is.
And it's 3D printed.
3D plant. You know, and I don't understand how these people who call themselves Israelites have the decency to open. The computer is really a wicked thing when you think about it, because it's making our people more stupid than ever. You're thinking that with all the technology, they'll have access to information and rightly divide the word of truth. It's like it's making them more dumb. All right. Are vegans like the buffalo skinners who benefit from animal parts but refuse to eat it? Now, I don't know if anybody knows about the buffalo skinners. Buffalo skinners are those people in the American West that went out by train, by horses, and they slaughtered buffaloes just for the skin.
Just thousands.
So that they can use the skin to make all kinds of things. Clothing, you name it. But the reason I'm asking this question is because what do vegans put on their bodies? What do they wear?
Banana leaves on them.
I mean, a lot of them have bags, handbags, purses, wallets, and it's not made from plastic. And you know what, brothers, if you have a wife that's believing, and I'm not picking again on the women, but I'm just using this as an example, or even a brother, women, if you got a brother who have wallets and they believe in this veganism stuff or believe that the Bible has been changed, give them a plastic wallet.
Just give them a plastic bag from Walmart. It's a plastic bag.
Okay. I think I might have to burn certain individual clothing. Just take it out and throw it outside. And they're going to call the police like, why do you throw my clothes? Well, we're going back to Eden. And as soon as they get outside to save the clothes, burn the house down. Why you burn the house down? Well, we don't need money. We don't need a house. We don't need. But it's winter. It's gonna be cold. No, what are you talking about cold?
I have a question for you.
You can stay warm. No, it's 20 degrees. No, I'm sorry. You don't need clothes. You don't need to stay warm. Well, we go collect those. See all the leaves? It's called fall, and the leaves are falling from the tree. Collect all the leaves because we're not gonna harm the tree either. Collect all the leaves off the tree and make clothes out of them.
I have a question for you. What about this ram's horn that we're supposed to be blowing?
No, the priests.
Are we supposed to put our lips on this
The
thing?
no, well, what they did was they asked the rams for the horns, and the rams spiritually volunteered the horns. And Israel blew the shofar. Elder, do you realize how much things that they'll have to change and transform in the Bible? David did not kill Goliath with a sling. He threw the stones at Goliath and hit him on his forehead. Because a sling is made from what?
Leather. He had cotton strings.
How do you think they kept their armor up? How do you think they operated? Can you imagine that maybe they think that they're Shaka Zulu, that they can run barefoot, even Shaka,
Well, you know,
for miles and fight battles with kasha thorns and rocks, and you have these, your feet were leather. The men, well, Israelite sisters probably had leather feet too, because they're saying that how they were Deborah, and they were all of these powerful women in the Bible. So maybe they have these special hard leather feet, these women,
hobbits,
that they can go fight the wars that men could not fight because men were deficient. And the Most High did not work with the men anymore. He worked with the women. Can you imagine a sister come with a nice hard foot and you rub in the foot, sis, and you kiss it?
That don't make no sense at all.
But
babe, you don't need a.
But just thinking about soldiering, war, when you have to put on armor. Today we have Teflon and stuff now, but before that you use leather. Leather was one of the most important parts of armor.
How did Sarah go into Egypt? Did she walk into Egypt? And if she walked, she went barefooted? What did she put on her feet to keep her feet comfortable from the hot desert sun? Did she have a bunch of Nike rubber sole shoes? I mean, can the vegans provide me the information to show me how their beloved sister Sarah, who they all call themselves and look like Sarah and all kinds of like Sarah. Every sister that's out there teaching is a Sarah or Deborah. How did those two powerful sisters function? Did they ride on a donkey into Egypt? Because after all, that's being unmerciful to a donkey, to ride on a donkey's back. Anyway, let's go find out. Back to Eden, delusional. Back to Eden, that's very delusional. Brother O'Shea, can you read for me what industries use animals? Now, I didn't put the link here, but you can look it up for yourself and see this same information is going to pop right up.
It says what industries use animals?
Mm-hmm.
Chemical.
Most of what we use in our kitchens and all over the place has animal products in it. Go ahead. Pesticides
and drug companies, as well as
Brother Shea, there goes a roach. What do you use to kill it?
Me?
Real kill.
The mosquitoes bite me. What do you use to kill it? Oh, we use herbs to thing it. Okay.
Special oils.
Yeah, we use herbs to thing it. Okay.
As well as contract laboratories that carry our test for those companies, public and private universities, community and technical schools, government facilities, Veterans Affairs, VA, facilities, and hospitals all use animals in experiments.
All right, let's go to the next paragraph.
Are there animal byproducts in plastic?
Oh, good question. Good question. Well, we don't use so-and-so, we use plastic. Go ahead and read.
Although polymers are manufactured from petroleum feedstock, plastics manufacturers often use additives of animal origin to improve material properties and or to aid in processing of raw polymers.
I wonder if the prophets and the prophetess ever read this, like those brothers and those other men who push this whole vegan Aquarian Jesus Christ doctrine. If they walk around with leather clothing, leather belts, or plastic belts, they get a bunch of plastic. Even the plastic itself has animal byproducts in it. Now let's look at this real quick. This is 9 everyday products you didn't know had animal ingredients. Let's look at this real quick. Just as an example. Let's look at this real quick like. Brother Shea.
Yes.
Let's read. There's 9 of them here in this article. What you got?
Plastic, number 1, plastic bags. Car and bike tires.
I wonder if they own a vehicle. These sisters talk about, my man gotta get me a car. Okay. Or if you're from the Caribbean, a Kiar. All right. You want a Kiar? Don't put tires on it.
Wooden wheels.
No leather seats in your Kiar.
Get some wooden wheels, Rebbe.
Flintstones. All right. What else? Bike tires. What else?
Glue in woodwork.
No furniture for you, sis or brother, whomever you are that has this vegan mindset. Go ahead. Read else.
Biofuels.
We'll look at that too.
Fireworks. Fabric softener.
No fabric softeners, sisters. Wash your clothes. Just beat it on a rock. Pop, 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 pop. Just beat it on a rock with some plain water. That's it. What else? Number 7.
Number 7, shampoo and conditioners.
Don't use nothing in your hair. Just take the herbs and just rub it like this. Put it in your hair. Say hallelujah. I'm like Eve. Go ahead.
Toothpaste.
Now wash your teeth, them. Just gargle with some plain water. That's
White
it.
And brown sugar.
Don't use these things at all. Don't even use honey, because it's processed through a creature. All right. So we got plastic bags right here.
You know, a lot of them gonna say we don't use plastic bags, we use paper.
Yeah.
Or my shampoo is all vegan, because they have that little V thing that they look for to know if these products that they're using contain animal. But they don't go as far as bike tires, brakes in your car, even the wood that you have in the wood in your, like you have instruments here, the wood in your homes.
Throw out your guitar, your piano. You're so holy and sanctified, you don't need this stuff because it's stuck together with glue from animal skins.
No, I'm just saying there's so much more.
Animal glue made from boiling animal tissue and bone. All right. Okay. Biofuels. Okay. Also, biodiesel is used from chicken and stuff like that. Fireworks. Fabric softener. Downy fabric softener. A lot of people love that Downy, right? The good stuff, right? Doing your hair and stuff. We already seen that, the toothpaste. I mean, we can just go on and on and on.
That link that I have there, I'll pull it up a minute and jump to, this is my video here, 18, just go to 18 minutes and 10 seconds and start from there.
18. Okay, 18 and 10 seconds, right?
Oh, just right there, 18:05.
Okay, let's listen. Should I say fair use with
No,
your video?
this is my video.
Fair use for Rod O'Shea's video.
Is how many people here actually eat pig meat? Please raise your hand.
And pause it a minute. And this is just the pig part that she's talking about. But not only pig, they use all kinds of animals and things. So just listen to what she's saying.
Oh, that's a lot. And how many people have actually seen a live pig producing this meat in the last year? And I spent about 3 years researching, and I followed this one pig with number 05049 all the way up until the end, to what products it's made of. And in these years, I met all kinds of people, like, for instance, farmers and butchers, which seems logical. But I also met aluminium mold makers, ammunition producers, and, well, all kinds of people.
Aluminum.
And what was striking to me is that the farmers actually had no clue of what was made of their pigs. But the consumers, as in us, had also no idea of the pigs being in all these products. So what I did is I took all this research and I made it into well, basically it's a product catalog of this one pig, and it carries a duplicate of its ear tag on the back. And it consists of 7 chapters.
So 7
these chapters are
chapters.
skin, bones, meat, internal organs, blood, fat, and miscellaneous. You probably start the day with a shower. So in soap, fatty acids made from boiling pork bone fat are used as a hardening agent, but also for giving it a pearl-like effect. Then if you look around you in the bathroom, you see lots more products like shampoo, conditioner, anti-wrinkle cream, body lotion, but also toothpaste. Then so before breakfast, you've already met the pig so many times.
It's not too long. Okay.
Then at breakfast, the pig that I followed, the hairs of the pigs, or proteins from the hairs of the pig, were used as an improver of dough.
Improver of dough, flour,
Well, that's what the producer says, it's improving
Pigs.
the dough, of course.
to make the flour good.
In low-fat butter, or actually in many low-fat products, when you take the fat out, you actually take the taste and the texture out. So what they do is they put gelatin back in order to retain the texture. Well, when you're off to work, under the road or under the buildings that you see, there might very well be cellular concrete, which is a very light kind of concrete.
So concrete has
that's
gelatin in
actually
it
got
too.
proteins from bones.
Building your
inside,
house
and
and your church with pork.
it's also fully reusable. In the train brakes, at least in the German
Train
train brakes, there's
brakes.
this part of the brake that's made of bone ash.
Bone
And
ash.
in cheesecake and all kinds of desserts
Cheesecake.
like chocolate mousse, tiramisu, vanilla pudding, everything that's
Oh,
cooled in
man.
the supermarket, there's gelatin to make it look good. Fine bone china, this is a real classic. Of course, the
Fine
bone
bone
in
china.
fine bone
So your plates that
gives
you're
it
eating
its
off of,
translucency
your
and
good
also its
vegan
strength,
meals.
in order to make these really fine shapes like this deer. In interior decorating, the pig's actually quite bad.
Like another 2
It's
minutes and it'll be
used in
finished.
paint
Okay.
for
Paint.
the texture, but also
Paint,
for the
Elder.
glossiness. In sandpaper, bone glue is
Sandpaper.
actually the glue between the sand
Sandpaper
and
and
the paper.
paint.
And then
You gotta find the
paintbrushes.
vegan stuff. You have to contact. Anybody have a vegan we can contact to get our supplies from? Brother Pincus, how about you? Shalom, Brother Pincus. Do you know of anyone who's practicing that vegan? I see the numbers are dropping too. Israelites are leaving. Does anybody have the link to the Israelites hardware store that we can get everything that is not made from any animal products at all? I want to shop there, please. Please, I need to shop there. I want to go in and buy my goods, my supplies, that they themselves is growing from their garden. They've harvested from their garden. They put it on, they're making products, they're making tires, they're making all these things. So I need to put some things, I need to change a lot of stuff in my vehicle. And, you know, I don't mind buying the things that, can these people who are so defiant against what we teach, can you all supply me with their information so that I can go shop? We can go shop there as a body. Anybody have it? Come on, y'all. Y'all can help me out. But yet these people are more super Hebrews than we. And they can blast you and call you all kind of, you're gonna eat that, you can do this. Yet they're sitting on a chair that is made from uncleanliness, that they call uncleanness a cow skin, and while they're eating their vegetables.
Or the plate.
They
the
go
very
out.
plate they have.
They go out to the supermarket with leather shoes, buying vegetables alone, that they don't even know how it's processed anyway.
The styrofoam cups and
Just
plastic
hairs are
forks.
used because apparently they're very suitable for making paintbrushes because of their hard-wearing nature. I was not planning on showing you any meat because, of course, half the book's meat, and you probably all know what meats they are. But I didn't want you to miss out on this one because this, well, it's called portion-controlled meat cut, and this is actually sold in.
Okay, we'll
But
stop
she went into bullets, hair brushes, a whole lot of different things she went into. But it shows you that this is just from the pig itself, but there's other animals that they use to take stuff from to put into the things that we use on a daily basis.
Why won't the back to Eden crowd return to the savage lands without any adaptations? Does anybody explain it to me? How come they don't leave everything without adapting somehow, substitute meats. Like, okay, we're gonna go vegan, but we're gonna make vegan chicken. We're gonna make vegan fish. We're gonna make vegan this and vegan that. And when you look at how they're making it, there's so much processing for it to taste like meat that it's actually harmful for you. Why would you want to emulate something that you say that the Mosai said he never gave us to eat? You said he never gave us lamb. You never said he gave us beef. You never said he gave us fish. You said that the Mosai never gave us any of these things to eat, but the scribes changed the stuff, but yet the stuff that you eat is idolatry because it's fashioned after an animal. Stamarvis says they're all hypocrites. Yep, that is true. They're all jokers, the Mercy said. Spiritual store, Brother Kin said. Again, I am not speaking against those who have the understanding and is not making this thing a doctrine, but there are people who are actually reading Bibles that pushing another Christ, who ate vegetables and leaves and stuff like that, who wore wooden shoes from China or something, or from Holland. He didn't wear leather. John the Baptist didn't have leather. David did not fight using leather. I mean, you just have to go through. You have to take so much time to change. To change. That's so much work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Regular nail polish typically contains ingredients derived from animals. Y'all see that? Nail polish typically contains ingredients that comes from animals. The skin of animals has long been valued, particularly as raw materials for what? Footwear, furniture, blankets, clothes, musical instruments like drums and so forth. There was recently a woman who was a vegan. This is just one of the articles where this woman died. She was a vegan, a raw food influencer on YouTube who ate all fruit diet. She died of malnutrition and infections in her body. So she was going back to Eden. Look at the thing on her head. You know, and I'm telling you, the best way to prove these people is let them go live it. When I see people who are near and dear to me who push in this doctrine, live naked, they don't own a house, they live in a bush somewhere. When they poop, they wipe their behind with leaves, they bathe in a river, they stay warm during the winter time, they sleep under bush, because they'll have to have a lot of caves for Adam to sleep in, Eve to sleep in caves, because you have to sleep. I mean, you don't sleep in tents. You got to sleep, no blankets. You just lived out in the open sky, sleeping, and you flip over. No air-conditioned rooms. They always complain, can you fix the AC for me? It's not working. No, you don't need no AC. It's too hot. No, it's too cold. No, you don't need any heat. Your body automatically generates the heat that you need, because that's the way the Most High made you. That's how Adam and Eve lived. No, we burn wood. Okay, then burn all the trees to stay warm. You know how many trees you have to burn to stay warm without having skins on you or clothing on you?
You don't need no candle, right?
You got to stay close to the fire. And what about the bugs? Oh no, you spiritually, the bugs is gonna keep. The Most High is going to keep the bugs away from biting your takat, your tarts. All right, let's look at this article here. Let me get it up here. Let me get this up here. Again, I'm going to be here till I finish this thing. Y'all going to get the whole thing. Uh-oh, let me see. Okay, here it is. So she died. Look at her. What is she wearing? Clothes. But she's vegan. Oh, Brother Yona, we can be vegan and wear clothes too. So you're a buffalo skinner. You can kill the animal for the skin, but don't eat the meat. Do you know how many animals I have to stay on a rock, not eating the meat at all? So she was from where was she from? One of them Soviet countries. She traveled over to where? She working across the Southeast Asia for 17 years. So what do you find in Southeast Asia? Hinduism, brothers and sisters. Hinduism, the chakras, the karmas mindset. She was from Russia. She was a blogger, again, an influencer. An influencer will tell you that this is how you're supposed to live. An influencer under the name of prophet or prophetess will put YouTube information out and books telling you that that's how the Most High wanted you to live, but they themselves would not live like that. So she stayed around in Thailand area. She was seeking medical treatment. What does she need doctors for? You don't need doctors. You're living off of fruits because the Bible says fruits, nuts and berries. Can you read this, the highlighted part for me, please? Then we're gonna
While no official cause of death has been released,
Uh-huh.
reports state that the influencer was suffering from malnutrition.
You know Satan is an influencer too? She suffered from what, Brother Shay?
Malnutrition
Uh-huh.
and infections.
Mal means bad. Bad nutrition.
And infections.
And what?
Infections.
Inside the affection. Her affection was in. It was bad.
Samsonova's mother reportedly told Russian state media that her daughter had died of a cholera-like infection, while some of her friends pointed to malnutrition.
So Mama's not on the same track with her, but her friends knew her better than Mama. Okay? Well, whatever it is, she died. Surprise! Most vegans don't eat farm to table. They all talk about, well, we're going to live, we don't want to kill any animals because the books that we have, the Bibles that we study now, and the Most High never intended, that was not his will for us to eat animals. We have to live a vegetable life. Brothers and sisters, they're not growing the things to put clothes on their back. They don't grow enough cotton to cover themselves, to keep themselves warm. They have to buy the cotton. What do they need to buy the stuff? They need money. Where do they get the money from? They have to go into the system that actually kills the animals. I can give you a whole connection of how the money and all the stuff connected with money that they need to buy T-shirts and sweaters and all that stuff is connected back to the same system that they are preaching against. They're hypocrites, Elder. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's read these two pieces of articles here. Is vegan food heavily processed? Let's read.
We found that there is more processed food in vegan and vegetarian diets than we thought.
Then we what?
Thought.
Thought comes from your mind. Your assumption was thinking that it's a much healthier lifestyle. Read on. Says who?
Says Dr. Angie Ricius.
That's a doctor speaking. Read on.
Who co-authored the study last year. You have to be careful when you integrate such products into a whole food diet, adds her colleague Marlene Olau. June 24th, 2023.
That's this year. Okay, that's this year. So this is not 18-something with 7-day Adventurists. Let's read this other article. Why do some vegans age faster? Read.
As a result, blood sugar levels rise and the skin ages more easily.
Read.
Therefore, one reason people say that vegans age faster may be due to the increase of ages in the body. That said, it could also simply be a lack of overall calories or malnutrition, such as lack of protein.
So you think that eating all the nuts in the world is going to help you?
Beans.
All right, let's move
nuts.
on. Let's move on. We're gonna transition into some other stuff I think is very important. But let's read these two verses. First Timothy is giving us some insight about the Judas goat scenario. The Judas goats that are out there. Let me put this over here. Make this a little bigger. We're going to be transitioning to another part, and then we'll be closed. We'll be done for today. So just hold on, Mishpachah. We still got some more very important parts to cover likewise. All right. All right. So let's get to 1 Timothy chapter 1. And let me see. This is the one that I want. All right. So let's skip on down to verses 4. Let's read from there.
1 Timothy chapter 1 and verses 4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions, rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do.
Which is by faith alone. In faith. All right. Let's read from 5 downward. Go ahead now.
Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart.
It doesn't mean to end the commandments. It means the goal of the commandment. The reason for the commandments is about what?
A pure heart. And of a good conscience.
That's the goal, to give us a good head. Okay, read on.
And of faith unfeigned.
Unfeigned, mean unshaken. Okay, verse 6.
From which some having swerved, have turned aside unto vain jangling.
Vain jangling, right? Read.
Desiring to be teachers of the law. Understanding neither what they say.
They don't understand what they're talking about.
Nor whereof they affirm.
But nobody's asking them the right questions, right? Go ahead.
But verse 8, but we know that the law is good.
The law is what?
Good.
The law is what?
The law is good. If a man use it lawfully.
That means there's a context, there's a right way, and there's a wrong way in everything that we do. Okay? All right, we can stop here. Let me see if there's anything else I want. Let's go to 2 Timothy. Are you good, Brother Shea?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, 2 Timothy chapter 2. So we put in the Friday Night Live, everything in one today. 2 Timothy 2, verses 15 to 18. 15 to 18. What does the Bible say?
Study to show yourself approved unto Elohim.
Unto who?
Elohim. A workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Read on.
Rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babblings. For they will increase unto more ungodliness. Verse 17. And their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus.
Philetus.
Who concerning the truth,
when it comes to the truth,
have erred.
They went astray, read.
Saying that the resurrection is past already, and overthrow the faith of some.
Are you that weak? Are there any Hebrews among us that is so weak that somebody can whisper things in your ears, vain babblings, a bunch of talk? Oh, we don't really believe in it. We're just looking into the books. Why are you going to be spending time hanging up by the toilet area where that place is designed specifically for waste? Oh, I just researching, just looking at some things here. You can't always believe that. Do you have all the truth? You think you have the truth. You don't have all the truth. If you go look at this thing right here. It's saying that now we are the people of the book. Yep. Satan knows that we're the people of the book. But do I need to have enroll in his class and get his books? Well, the devil doesn't want you to read these books. Okay. All right. So some people have caused others to lose their faith, saying the resurrection already passed. Y'all see that? Let's read verses 19.
Nevertheless, the foundation of Elohim standeth sure.
What is the foundation of Elohim?
Torah.
The Torah. Read on.
Having this seal, the Adonai knoweth them that are his.
Those are his. Go ahead.
And let everyone that nameth the name of the Hamashiach depart from iniquity.
All right. Now let's switch up a little bit. We're going to go now to the spiritual side of eating meat. I want you all to see this. The spiritual side of eating meat. Y'all got to see this. Single page. All right, let's make this bigger. In continuation, this is important. And from this point, I'm going to bring out some more things accordingly. Now, the image right here shows that you got a group of people worshiping what? The serpent. Paying homage and bowing down to the serpent. Let us take a look at some teachings connecting to what we just read. Meat and warfare. Do you all know that there seemed to be a spiritual connection between eating of meat and warfare? Levi was noted for being cruel in his tactics of war. We read that in the book of Genesis chapter 49, 5 and 6. Let's read.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 5 and 6. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Now I put this here to show you that Levi in particular don't play. The tribe of Levi were also warriors on two levels. Did you know that Abraham ate meat with Elohim before the judgment of Sodom? Anybody knows that? Where can you find that, brethren? Genesis 18. That is correct. Let's peep that real quick. Let's peep it. Peeps. Okay, Genesis 18. For those who don't believe it, they believe that the scribes change everything. Okay. But I'm going to show you in this particular segment here why Satan don't want you. I'm going to just show you that there's a spiritual component, and you decide for yourself what that's supposed to mean. I would say, when I examine this thing carefully, that there's a reason. You look at the patterns. Before a war was waged, the men had to eat meat.
Verse 6 downwards.
So let's read from 5. This is okay, let's read through it, verses 1.
And Yahuwah appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre.
All right, let's get verses 2.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him.
Stop. Verses 3.
And said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant.
All right, let's go down to verses 5.
And I will fetch a morsel of bread.
So he's going to take care. He's going to be a good host. Go ahead.
And comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on.
So why was Elohim and the angels passing through the village? Why? What were they going to do? War. Okay, war. Go ahead, read.
For therefore are ye come to your servant, and they said, So do, as thou hast said.
Go ahead and fix the meal. What did Abraham do?
And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah.
I wonder if that tent was made from linen. Go ahead.
And said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine flour, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good.
A calf, that means it was born. It's an animal from a cow. Go ahead.
And gave it unto a young man.
To the chef.
And he hasted to dress it.
So now the chef is preparing it. Go ahead.
And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat.
No, Abraham ate by himself.
And they did eat.
He ate a whole calf by himself. Yes, Ima, what's on your mind? No, I wasn't putting clothes. The word dress is just the archaic word for seasoning it up. Spicing a little curry, little curry in that thing, little like cumin.
Nice stew.
You know what I mean? Cook that thing up real good.
That smell good
Black
right now.
Black peppers and salt and pepper and the onions and the garlic, and load that thing up real good and
You're stirring down.
sizzle that thing up real good.
Juicy.
And you can smell that thing. It's like, listen, man, give me a plate.
Double
All
up
right.
on them ribs.
So where were they heading to? They was heading straight to Sodom. If you continue right here, let's read verses 20.
Verses 20, and Yahuwah said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because there is sin because their sin is very grievous.
All right, let's leave that. Let's go back to our slides. So y'all can read the rest of it. So Abraham ate meat with Elohim before the judgment of Sodom. War, meat and warfare. So we're looking at the reasons why it's so important. When you read the Bible, do y'all really understand what is written? Let's find out some more. 1 Kings chapter 17, verses 1 to 6. Let's see if meat preceded war. Elijah, let's read verses 1.
And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, As Yahuwah Elohim of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years.
So if there's no dew or rain for all those years, people are going to be in trouble. The Most High was going to wage war. He's laying siege. He's laying siege to the people. Because as in war, as tactics is concerned, you surround the people, you cut off their supply. Why do you think there was a famine in the land? There's just a cruse of oil and a little bit of bread, flour. That's war. He is the one waging war. Go ahead and read verses 2.
And the word of Yahuwah came unto him, saying,
Uh-huh.
Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan.
So no dew, according to his word, and the word continues and it says, hang out at the brook. Verse 4.
And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook.
That's water.
And I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there.
Let's see what the ravens are bringing. Verse 4.
So
5.
he went and did according unto the word of Yahuwah. For he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh.
And what?
And flesh.
Flesh. Does it say biscuits? Does it say cheese? Or even cheese come from flesh, milk. A lot of vegans, they love the cheese, but no, we eat veggie cheese, veggie butter, veggie cheese, veggie milk. Everything is vegetables. But do I know of any real vegetarians that take the greens, stuff from the garden, and turn that into a veggie cheese? No. Maybe there might be one out of a million. One out of a million vegetarian who actually they have a huge farm and they actually harvest this stuff and make their own butter and their own oils and their own stuff themselves. Most of them, they go to a store like anybody else and they buy the stuff ready-made, which is processed like that's even worse than meat itself. That's another class. So let's read verse 6 again.
And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening.
Notice in the morning and the evening. Why do you think that is? What does that correspond with? Who takes care of flesh in the morning and the evening? Who deals with flesh in the morning and the evening for a particular reason? Israelites, priests of the tribe of Levi. Warfare is about to happen. What do you think was going on at this point in time? Go read the book. And I put it in the Hebrew 13:20. Basar means flesh. Okay? That's right, Brother King. The sacrifices. Why were they sacrificing? Yes.
Pull up 1 Samuel 17. We're going to read verse 16 to verse 18.
1 Samuel
17.
17. And what verse?
Verses 16 to 18.
16 to verses 18. 16 to 18. Let's read.
And the Philistines drew near morning and evening, and presented himself 40 days. And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their thousands, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. So I'm saying this because she's bringing food, but not only just bread, but cheese, which comes from animals.
A moo.
Or goats. So
What did the 7,000 prophets eat during a spiritual battle against the forces of darkness? Anybody knows? They were dealing against the priests of Baal, right? Jezebel and company. 1 Kings 19, 17 to 21. Let's find out.
And it shall come to pass that him that escapeth the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay, and him that escapeth from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay.
Uh-oh. So Elisha the prophet is slinging swords or swinging swords. Go ahead.
Verse 18, yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel.
7,000 where?
In Israel.
Read.
All the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed him, because kissing deals with worship.
That's right. 19.
So he departed thence and found Elisha.
Elisha or Elisha?
Elisha.
Elisha. Go
I
ahead.
know. Elisha, the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him, and he with the 12th, and Elijah passed by him.
So he's going with 12. Go ahead.
And cast his mantle upon him.
Hey, brother. Here, take this. Go ahead. Verse 20.
And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said, let me, I pray thee, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow thee. And he said unto him, go back again for what I have done to thee.
Yeshua used the same passage. If you all know exactly where to look, you'll see that this is a quote from Yeshua himself in his parables. 21.
And he returned back from him and took a yoke of oxen.
So he took a what?
A yoke of oxen.
A yoke is 2 oxen. He took 2 oxen and did what?
Slew them.
Aha.
And boiled their flesh.
And what else?
With the instruments of the oxen. And gave unto the people.
He gave what to the people? Ox meat. Read on.
Oxtail.
Stew oxtail. Go ahead.
And they did eat.
They did what?
They did eat.
They did eat.
Then he arose and went after Elijah and ministered unto him.
So notice a prophet is feeding prophets meat, which is oxen. A prophet is feeding prophets to give unto who? The people. The people. The 7,000 in Israel, the people. And they did eat. Then he arose and went after Elijah and ministered unto him. Did it say give them cucumbers?
You see, Rebbe,
cauliflower, lettuce,
he took 2
tomato,
oxen. He took 2 oxen.
lentils.
And the oxen had a cart full of vegetables.
I guess so. Enter the son Levi, the sons of Elohim, consecrated for spiritual warfare. Exodus chapter 29 and 26. Let's get it.
And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecration and wave it for a wave offering before Yahuwah, and it shall be thy part.
There's a reason why the Most High have these priests day in and day out preparing meat, and they themselves have to eat of the meat of the altar. Go read for yourself, because these men have to be in tune with the Most High. Remember, the people get the word from the priest's lips. Leviticus 7, 31 and 32. Let's read.
Verse 31 and verse 32. And the priest shall burn the fat upon the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons.
The breast will be what?
Aaron's and his sons.
Go ahead and read.
See, and people don't ever read this stuff here. They don't understand that sometimes the priest would eat.
Brother, you know we don't eat meat because look how the people kill it. Well, just grow your own, knucklehead. Oh, I used to grow my own, but I found a new Bible. So don't call me brother. Just keep moving far away from me.
Verse 32. And the right shoulder shall ye give unto the priests for an heave offering of the sacrifices of your peace offerings.
Peace, because peace is opposite of what?
War.
Let's go to Joshua 6 and verses 13 real quick. Joshua 6 and 13. I tell you, Mishpachah, don't let them fool you. And that's exactly what has happened to our people. Go back black to Africa. Do this, do that. And then you listen to this foolishness. Now let's see what the priests were doing with the Ark of the Covenant.
Joshua chapter 6, verse 13.
I'm showing you that the priest was part of the war. Go ahead and read.
And 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns.
No. They had where's the gourds? They had 7 gourds blowing.
Gourd flutes.
Flutes, yeah, reeds. That's right. They were blowing reeds. Yankee Doodle. Anyway, read 13.
7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of Yahuwah went on continually and blew with the trumpets. And the armed men went before them.
They what?
Armed men went before them.
So they're going to a war. Read on.
But the reward came after the ark of Yahuwah. The priests going on and blowing with the trumpets.
The railroad, that's those in the back, came and they continued on as part of the military. That's all I wanted y'all to see in here, okay? Now, why Satan introduced veganism to the great Hebrew awakening? In our pursuit for knowledge, in the search of our identity, and to live a shalom and kosher lifestyle, he has found great opportunity to inject his corrupt doctrines. So you are looking, I want to be set apart. I don't want to eat unclean stuff. And what do? You gravitate towards book that says, just eat vegetables alone. And that's a great opportunity. You see, when we read about how to put this in soap and to put this, you say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. Instead of finding the right way to do stuff, you just throw away everything. Now you have to, now you start preaching a message. So what do? You can't write your own Bible. So you look for somebody to write the Bible for you to suit what you teaching. And that person now, you start following one thing, and then when you're caught in the lies that they're producing, you say, well, I never really believed that. I just was researching. Ain't nothing wrong with me looking through books. I didn't really eat the fruit. I just lick it. I just smell it. Then the Bible says, don't even touch. The day you touch, you're going to die. Oh, I didn't really touch it. I just observed it. How do you observe it? Who turned the fruit around for you to observe all the fruit without you touching it? Well,
the wind blew. The wind blew.
Yeah, the wind blew. The wind blew. Now Satan was there turning around for you. Oh, you don't have to touch it. I know God says don't touch it. I'll spin it around for you. Just take a look.
I was walking by and the branch kind of tipped, and the fruit fell into my hand.
The Most High have the X-ray vision. He look in your stomach and you see the seed in your belly digesting. I just had one fruit, just one fruit. I just had the first chapter in the book. I don't really believe the whole book, just the chapter. Yeah, just a chapter, huh? And now you're cooking a whole meal for your husband. And Adam don't have a clue what's going on. Let's move on. There are also many religious teachings in the long traditions of Hinduism, and this is from Patheos.com, answers, do Hindus eat meat? You know, Brother Shay, read for me, please. There are also many religious teachings in the long traditions of Hinduism, which strongly advise against eating meat for spiritual reasons. This is because many Hindus believe that in the act of eating meat, people consume the emotional pain and fear of the animal who was slaughtered, and this energy can have negative spiritual consequences. This is why Hindu religious leaders, priests, yogists, and others strive to achieve a higher plane of personal spirituality, tend to practice strict vegetarianism. In Hinduism, the types of food a person eats is considered to play an important role in the success of their spiritual pursuits. As a result, there exists a variety of diets specific to Hindus who are focusing on their spiritual development. And that's what Israelites do. They're trying to develop themselves spiritually, not realizing that they've been poisoned. Go ahead. Such as the Sattvic diet. Sattvic diet, go ahead. Sattvic or Sattvic? Sattvic diet. Go ahead. These diets are all vegetarian. All right, let's move on. According to the stats of 2022, India leads the world with the highest percentage of vegetarians at 42%. And look at the map, the chart right here. India, then you have who after that? Israel at 13%.
2939.
Taiwan, that's the East. Italy, Gentiles. Australia, Germany, UK, US, Brazil, and such like. Which countries have the most vegetarians? India, which ranks number 1, has cultural and religious traditions that promote vegetarianism. So the veganism for Indians is not just about diet. Most importantly, it's spirituality. This is why I'm saying there are brethren that are here who don't eat meat, but they don't make this thing about spirituality. It's about simply, I don't want to have meat for digestive reasons or whatever. I prefer eating such and such, like. But they understand the truth. At least that's what I believe that they're telling me. I don't know if later on they're going to come out and say, ha, Brother Yonah, I had you fooled for about 10, 20 years. If that's what they want to do, that's them. All right, so India has a population with most vegetarians out of all countries at 40%. Vegetarianism is deeply ingrained in the Indian food culture. So when you see this thing, brothers and sisters, it makes sense why the doctrines will find its way over here and why Israelites are now starting off with the back to Africa. We are Israelites, all of the stuff to lure you into Hinduism, and you don't even realize it. And if you believe that the American indigenous people are Israelites, they'll use the Book of Mormon to introduce you to that and into other books associated with the same belief system. Because Mormonism teaches that you're going to be gods on different planets. There's a spirit, and that spirit does not divide and say, well, I'm a spirit, you can go over here and believe that you're Israel and take all the stuff, but I'm going to divide myself, and part of me is going to keep you over here into believing you're going to be other gods, and this other part, there's a good side of me, is going to go and teach you all things Israel. It doesn't work like that. Because Satan is not divided among himself. I keep saying Sattvic diet is a diet based on foods that contain one of the 3 yogic qualities, guna, known as sattva. A sattvic diet shares the qualities of sattva, some of which include pure, essential, natural, or vital. See the word vital? What do you think Rastafari say is vital food?
Same thing, same spirit.
Vital. Me not eat this. Me don't eat vital.
Same spirit.
And when I go into the Rastafarian class, you're going to see that's all connected to Hinduism. A lot of them push that stuff too, and you don't realize it's esoteric Hinduism in their lyrics. Energy containing clean, conscious, true, honest, wise. A sattvic diet can also exemplify ahimsa. Ahimsa. Ahimsa, right? So, the principle of not causing harm to other living beings. This is one reason yogis often follow a vegetarian diet. Sedative foods, also called static foods or tamasic foods, are foods used for anyway. Let's move on.
So it just shows you that whole Eastern philosophy, teaching, doctrine that they have. So all those, and we talk about this many, many times, that whole yoga spirit practice stuff, that's all Eastern spiritual practice.
So if you eat meat, you're going to have a dull life. You're not going to be wise. See, Satan wants you to be wise. You don't see in the Garden of Eden where he says for you to eat, not to eat meat. Satan is not speaking about not to eat meat in the Garden of Eden. The Most High is saying eat meat. Satan comes later on and says don't eat it. Most High took you out of Eden. People are trying to get back into Eden. The Most High put an angel to guard you. The people outside the guard is turned to angels for wisdom. You see, they're doing the opposite that the Most High is saying all the time. They're competing against the Most High. Now, this picture here, one second, is showing a plaster of Paris idol, right?
Mm-hmm.
What this thing here dealing with veganism. Yes, go ahead with your point.
I was going to ask, how are they going to get around that angel with that flaming sword that's revolving, just sitting right there? How are they going to enter it back into evil?
I really don't know, Brother O'Shea. I don't know. But let's look at this piece of reading here, dealing with the Hinduist mindset, the doctrines. It is so funny that the same, let's read first. Read this for me, please. Manusim Riti.
Manusmriti.
Yeah. Manu. Let's read Manu.
The Manusmriti discusses diet in chapter 5.
That's the doctrine of Hinduism.
Where, like other Hindu texts,
Uh-huh.
it includes verses that strongly discourage meat eating.
So they discourage it. They're not telling you not to eat meat. They're discouraging it, right? Go ahead.
As well as verses where meat eating is declared appropriate
Uh-huh.
in times of adversity.
In terms of what?
Adversity.
What is adversity?
War.
Warfare. We're gonna stress on that a little bit more, but read on.
And various circumstances, recommending that the meat in such circumstances be produced with minimal harm.
All right, let's jump down to right here.
One can never obtain meat without causing injury to living beings.
So we're gonna see the contradiction. They're saying they discourage meat because it's gonna cause harm, right? Let's read this underlined thing here.
The man who authorizes, the man who butchers, the man who slaughters, the man who buys or sells, the man who cooks, the man who serves, and the man who eats, these are all killers.
Uh-huh.
There is no greater sinner than a man who, outside of an offering to gods or ancestors, wants to make his own flesh thrive at the expense of someone else's.
So, for example, the Most High said, we use the animals for sacrifice in your place. Your sin, you can't kill yourself, so use the animals in your place until the time of redemption comes. This is how it's going to be until we have a new body. Until the Father's kingdom starts, we're going to be dealing with meat. Now, the funny thing about this, these are Hindus. Look on the side over here. What do you find Hindus wearing on their feet? These are sandals that are made in India. Guess what they're made from? Leather. Do Hindus kill cows in India and leave the bodies to rot, but use the skin to make shoes so they can go and pray to their gods? You see how foolish this thing is?
Mm-hmm.
It says that the man who authorizes, the man who butchers, the man who slaughters, don't you slaughter to get the shoes, Hindu? Or Israelite Hindu? The man who buys or sells, aren't these shoes in stock?
And that's another thing.
On eBay?
A lot of them own companies that sell a lot of product, and they claim to be vegetarian or vegans, but yet they're going to sell these same products. And much more.
That's the reason why I'm presenting this thing and I'm taking my time to show you. Because why would I want to sit and listen to someone teaching me that the Messiah did not eat meat and he cared for the animals, and read books saying how men are wicked because they're killing the animals for sacrifice? But what shoes did the Messiah wear? They haven't produced that information. And they're saying that the Messiah went to India to learn. And if he went to India to learn from those wise men who said, don't eat meat, why are these same Hindu men who don't eat meat making shoes out of leather when the cow is supposed to be sacred cows to them? Don't harm any creature, but you need these creatures to put shoes on your feet? Does that make any sense? Come on, Mishpachah. Do you know where these sample sandals are made? It's made in India. And with what? Buffalo, water buffalo, as a matter of fact. So I'm showing you the hypocrisy of these nincompoops over there. There says, no, there is no greater sinner than a man who, outside of an offering to God. So Hebrews who practice this type of foolishness is saying you don't offer sacrifice to God using meat. But you can wear. This is why I use the term, they are more wicked than the buffalo skinners. You want to speak into the mic? It makes sense when it comes to the economy? Yeah. This is interesting. Again, we're going to reread this one more time. Let's read. This adversity equals battles. We all agree with that. Mishpachah, do you all agree? Adversity is a battle. Adversity, let me see. Because maybe I'm not that smart. Let's see. Look up adversity. Difficulties, misfortune, resilience, difficulty, hardship, distress, disaster. It's a battle. You got to battle trials and tribulations. It's a battle. You're fighting through something, right? Okay. So the prophets of the Most High was told to eat meat. They were given meat before all these spiritual battles and so forth. Because according to this, our writings, it says that how a lot of these spirits became demons that we have to battle, right? Okay. So after the flood, the Most High said, I want you all to eat meat. Do you think that the Most High has given us meat like we don't have abundance of grains already? No, the Most High gave it to us because we're dealing with spiritual warfare. Also, proteins, we need to be strong, and many other reasons. Anyway, let's read this article in contrast.
In contrast, verses 5.33 of the Manos Mitri states that a man may eat meat in a time of adversity.
So in one mouth they're saying you're evil, and the same manuscript saying that how only when you have adversity you eat meat. So they are recognizing, they are proving my point, that even the Hindus understand when you're dealing with adversity and battle and distress, meat is very important. Mm-hmm. So the distress of our people, the priests have to offer in the behalf of the people. They have to deal with the stress of the people. That's their job. They got to interact with the people. So the Most High gave them the portions of meat that they had to do daily in the morning and also in the evening, time and time again. It's a constant flow of adversity. Y'all not seeing this thing? Let's read verses 5.27 recommends
that eating meat is okay. If not, eating meat may place a person's health and life at risk, while various verses such as 5.31 and 5.39 recommended that the meat be produced as a sacrifice.
So the same Hindus want meat for sacrifice, but you worship the cow. You see the confusion? The cow's a god, the rat is their god, the monkey, the elephant is their god, but don't kill a cow, because that might be my mama being reincarnated again. And I'm supposed to go to a place that you can't even drink the water there, unless it's bottled water. Mm-hmm. The food smells good, but look at how they keep things over there. Mm-hmm. Of all the places, if somebody said, I'll give you a free ticket to India, I said, you can keep it. You can keep the ticket to India. I don't think I want to travel there. That's quite okay. There's a God for every day of the year in India. Incense burning everywhere. All kinds of spirits floating around. 1 billion Hindus, 1 billion people over there. Some is Muslim, most of them are a thing. Anyway, the Manus Mitri approves of fish and meats of deer, antelope, poultry, goat, sheep, rabbit, and others as part of sacrificial food. However, the Manus Mitri is a law book, not a spiritual one. You see how they twist things up? Mm-hmm. It's a law book. So you have these people who are practicing Hinduism under the guise of Israel, saying that the law is not really what it is, it's just a spiritual thing. Jesus done away with the law and just teach us love, but yet the same Hindus have a law book, and it's not a spiritual one, saying not to eat meat, but eat meat only when you're stressed or dealing with battles.
I want to pull up something in a minute.
And I'm supposed to follow this stuff. Before I pull this up, most Rasta doctrine comes from Hinduism. Okay? Where do you think the word ganja come from? Ganja. All right. What's that? We almost finished. We almost finished. Okay, what you want to pull up, Brother Shay?
Go back to the thing a minute.
Okay, let's go back here.
Just in the middle here, and go back up to the top here a minute. Let me see. No, back down to the first link. Go back here a minute. I found what I wanted to show you.
I think I have it right here. This one.
Okay. Go down to philosophy. That's what I wanted to show earlier. It ties right back into what you're saying now.
All right, philosophy, etymology. Look at these people. Y'all want to follow that? Go ahead. Plant society and soy milk. Look, check this out. Barbara Moore attended the first meeting of the Vegan Society as an observer. Check this out. What does she have in her hand? She have 2 bags, probably made of leather. What is she wearing?
Shoes.
What does she have around her waist? A belt.
Yeah.
So there, anyway, he says philosophy, right?
Yeah, philosophy.
Philosophy. Let's go. Philosophy is a bunch of dunce.
All that is hypocrisy.
Dunce.
Hypocrites.
Bunch of dummies. Where's philosophy, Brother Shay? Did I miss it?
It's coming up. Keep going.
Look how much nonsense we gotta read through, just so our people can wise up.
Almost there. You have 2 more things to go down.
Look at that. Look at all this processed food.
Almost there.
Clothing. Okay.
Toiletries.
Pet food. And most of those vegans, they got their pets. Okay. Give it.
After that is philosophy. So go ahead.
Where is that?
No, keep going
okay.
now.
Nutrients.
Right here.
Philosophy.
Okay, we're gonna read this
boy.
first part right
They
here.
put the most important part at the bottom, so you get tired, huh?
So philosophy, also known as ethical veganism, is based on opposition to speciesisms, the assignment of value to individual based on animal species membership alone. So let me go down in a minute because what I want to read is right here. So this guy here, Donald Watson, just look how he looked. He's the founded the Vegan Society. He says, stated in response to questions on why he was ethical vegan. Let me see if I have the right one there.
Is that what you want?
Yes. No, it's before that. Hold on. Right here. It says it also pertains to the rights-based abolitionism, which seeks to end human ownership of non-humans, including as pets. So basically,
slavery.
You can't have pets because having pets is wrong, right? And then when you go down to the part here, I was going to show y'all. It says Alex Hershaft, co-founder of farm animal rights movements and Holocaust survivor, states that he's always bothered, right here, by the idea of hitting a beautiful, living, innocent animal over the head, cutting him up into pieces, then shoving the pieces into his mouth, and that his experiences in the Nazi Holocaust allowed him to empathize,
feel sorry for,
with the conditions of animals in factory farms, auction yards, slaughterhouses, because he knows firsthand what it's like to be treated like worthless objects. But yet, they want to have these farms, right? Why do they have animals then? All animals should be released.
Yeah.
You know,
the vegans?
All the vegans. They should have no dogs, no cats, no birds, no fishes, nothing. They should have no pets whatsoever. They shouldn't be riding no horses. They shouldn't be visiting no chicken farms or none of these things. It's just a contradiction of how they would say, you know, we are against this, we're against that, but yet they go and they do all these different things behind the scenes.
Look at Mahatma Gandhi. I don't even know why he has cloth around him. It don't make any sense. Anyway, let's get back here. It don't make any sense. They all need to go back to Eden. All right, let's move on. We almost done. The goddess of Hinduism required meat and sacrifices. Let's find that out. Read for me, please.
From around the 10th century, yoginis appear in groups, often of 64. They appear as goddesses, but human female adepts of Tantra can emulate and even embody these deities, who can appear as mortal women, creating an ambiguous and blurred boundary between the human and the divine. Yogins, divine or human, belong to clans. All
right. Let me just go through real quick because we don't need to read all of this. It talks about the yoginis are associated with actual shape shifting into female animals and the ability to transform other people. So this is some demonic stuff going on here, right? All right, so let's move on here. They are linked to the Bhairava, often carrying skulls and other tantric symbols and practicing in cremation grounds and other liminal places. They are powerful and dangerous. They both protect and disseminate esoteric tantric knowledge. They have siddhis, extraordinary powers, including the power of flight. Many yoginis have the form of birds or have a bird as the vahana or animal vehicle. In later tantric Buddhism, Dakini, a female spirit able to fly, is often used synonymously with yogini. The scholar Shaman Hatley writes that the archetypal yogini is the autonomous sky traveler, and that this power is the ultimate attainment for the siddhi-seeking practitioner. So Dakinis are depicted as flesh-eating demonesses in a train of the goddess Kali.
So a bunch of sexual immorality with demons.
So they're saying that we're not supposed to eat meat, but the gods that they serve eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see the foolishness? All right, I'm just sharing you some of the belief systems. Yogini worship, intended to yield occult powers, consisted of a set of rituals called Mahagaya. These took place in a sacred space of the circular temple, appropriate for working of what? Magic. Yoginis were invoked with offering of wine, flesh, and blood. That sounds like...
But even in the occult, that's what they push. They say you have to be vegan, but you have to bring flesh and blood and all these things to the offering.
So you have Hindus and people saying flesh and blood is not good, or the use of that as a ritual. It's not good for Israelites, that we actually picked up the practices of other nations. But when you go into the background of the books that they call Korean Gospels, this is where it takes you, Mishpachah. This is why I'm going here. The Siri Matotara Tantra describes the yoginis delighting in and drunk upon wine. One of them is indeed named Suprapriya, lover of wine. So now when you read about Yeshua, they call him a wine bibber. You have a problem with that, but your gods and so forth that you indirectly follow through their doctrine,
Drunk on wine.
you don't have a problem with that, huh? The yoginis danced and drank blood and wine according to Bradad Hamra, whatever, Purana. The Kula Valley Nirnya adds that blood and meat are needed to worship the yoginis. The sacrifice of animals always what? Male. The sacrifice of the animals always what? Male. Why do you find that they're always attacking the male? What is the problem with the males? Because remember, it's a female that always go through female animals. It's practiced at Assam, a Kamakaya temple where the 64 yoginis continue to be worshipped. Corpse ritual. Sculptures at some of the yogini temples, such as Shaldo, all these temples, depict the yogins as Katari knives, human corpse, severed heads. I'm just going to skip through some of this stuff. The Vira Kudamani requires the naked practitioner and his partner to sit on the corpse and practice Mayatuna. You've heard me talk about this before, or tantric sex.
That's what I just said, having sexual relations with demons.
The corpse must be intact, beautiful, and fresh dead body. The corpse is to be bathed, covered in sandalwood paste.
Necromancy.
In the circle of the mothers, y'all see that right here? Have its head cut off in a single stroke. The mothers will, it states, be watching from the sky. The mothers watching from the sky. It's an Oman thing, right? Further, flesh from the corpse is what? Flesh from the corpse is eaten. Let's move on. We're almost done.
So they don't want to eat an animal, but they eat a person.
The chakra is formed in a circle. That's what the yogis or yoginis does, right? The Hejia writes that this meant that pairing was random rather than having people arriving in couples, and that this explained the careful sexual preparation in the Kula texts, such as anointing the body and touching its part to stimulate both partners. The caste was ignored during such chakra puja, or circle what? Worship. This is why we don't do holding hands in circles and praying. All men being Shiva, while in a circle, and all women being Devi, and the women of the lower caste were thought the best suited to the what? Role. Dehija notes too that the need for privacy and secrecy given such practices readily explain the isolated hilltop, idolatry on top of hills and under green trees. Okay. Location of the yogini temples well away from towns with orthodox Brahmanical. You'll notice that a lot of these Aquarian texts will talk about Brahm, and they'll try to connect that with Abraham. It has nothing to do with Abraham, Mishpaka. Thinking, favoring vegetarianism and objecting to alcohol, let alone having maituna among the temple rituals. So they have these sexual encounters in the temple, and believe you me, eventually it's going to lead to that part with the journey that some of these Israelites are taking. So with that said, there's this movement connecting to the anti-Messiah? Yes, it is.
Yes.
This is a spiritual warfare, and I want to tell our brothers and sisters to prepare yourself for what is coming. It's going to come your way. Somebody's going to convince you with one of the books. And when you go down the rabbit hole, let me go back. Right over here. Which one? You're going to find, listen, I had to chop this up. There's a lot of reading, but when you take the time to research and read, you'll see it all comes back to the same tree. It's in the Garden of Eden.
A lot of people don't realize that a lot of the enemy's tactics, he puts a little bit here, a little bit there. So you have bits and pieces of familiarity, of customs and culture. But when you put it all together, you connect the dots. You've done this many times years before, where you show how under all of these religions and stuff falls. And we did the classes of going back to Rome and stuff too.
I tell you.
But they all connect back. So when somebody's saying, I believe in Jesus. I do a little yoga practice here and there, or I do some acupuncture over here, or I read this book, or I do this, and I have little bits of these heathen practices, and not realizing that they're all connected to the same abomination.
Some books, brothers and sisters, you don't want to read. I remember years ago when I was doing my studies into paganism and the influence in Christianity, I went to the university to get a book. And when I got the book, there was such a demonic presence in the book. And I'm saying demonic because when I read the thing, I felt like I didn't even want to believe in the Messiah anymore. At that time, it was like a few days I had the book for. And within that few days, I felt like he can't be real then. Because that's how well written the book is, with all the references and resources in there. And the Spirit of the Most High says, close the book and return it. It's of an evil spirit. And immediately, now, if it wasn't borrowed, I would have burnt it. No question asked. I would have burnt that book. But I returned the book back to the library, and I felt free from that. So there's a reason why in the book of Acts, it spoke about they burnt the books of curious arts. Mm-hmm. And I know that when a person don't want to burn something, is because they are spiritually connected to it.
Attached. Mm-hmm.
And it's as if, like a witch, they don't want you to get rid of certain things because it's as if they are destroying them too. They cannot separate themselves from it. It's very, very hard. And they would use, in the conversation, to win you, they're going to seduce you with words.
Magics.
And when they can't win you, they'll cuss you out and put curses on you. They'll put curses on you. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to stop here. I will continue on some more and give you some more information. I put this up here not to deal with the questions. And thank you for posting all those scriptures and verses in the New Testament. Believe not out of your spirit, Leviticus, those who turn to familiar spirits, Corinthians, weapons of warfare, and such like in here. Thank you so much for posting those things. And Brother Pinkett says Hinduism is in the hospitals too. Yep, they're everywhere. Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't be afraid of these things, Mishpachah. The Most High, as long as you keep in the law, statutes, and commandments, you are doing what you're supposed to do. The Most High will do what He said He will do.
Hallelujah.
So when people threaten you about putting curses and stuff on you and things like that, of that nature, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't have to worry about that.
That's right. That's right. So I gave you enough examples to show you, for you can learn. Now there was a brother, and brother, please forgive me. You sent me some messages that got buried with so much messages, and I really want to answer those questions. You had some questions. I think one was dealing with, I believe it's a marriage or something of that nature. If you please can send that to me one more time. So forgive your brother. I wanted to cover that today too, and I can be able to cover that text. Are you here? Is it Tobias? Is it you, Tobias Stevens? Are you the one? Are you the one, brother? Okay. Please send it to me one more time. This time I'm gonna get it, put it together, and we will definitely have a class on that ASAP. Please forgive me. And some of y'all who have questions, send me the questions. And next week, most High willing,
we'll do it.
For the 6th month, the last Shabbat of the 6th month, I will go over those questions. I would take the time and go through it. I think today is sufficient to deal with this. So again, I am not ignoring anybody's questions. Some people may think, oh, you're just overlooking stuff. I am not overlooking anything. Email to me, brother. If you text it to me and I tap on that thing, there's no way I can go back and say message unread. At least I can go back if I read a message and mark it unread so I can find it, because a lot of times when I go in my email, I got to dig through a lot of stuff. And if you send me a message using something that I sent you, I'm not going to find it. You have to start a fresh email put the subject matter, and then I can be able to read that thing. It's not going to get buried in all the thousands or hundreds, not thousands, but hundreds of emails and so forth. So that's how you do it, okay? That's how you do it. Otherwise, Brother Yona is going to look like he's avoiding questions, and I'm not about that either, okay? I'm not about that. So everybody's good? Everybody learned something today? Huh? All right. So Brother Yona and Brother O'Shea and everyone else is going to stop, and we're going to have some meals and enjoy the rest of the day before the sun has set. I want to thank you all for being here. And I believe me, I have energy. The Most High has given me energy that I didn't even know was there. But again, as I started off, I struggle to get some things together, and there's so much more that I want to present, but I'll save that for another day. I want to get the questions out the way, and I'll come back. Even a Friday Night Live, you could probably do some things on that. And it's not like if this is not important as far as salvation, but it is important for salvation. Why? Because it's dealing with doctrinal and your faith. Will I find faith when I return? If you are battling as a newbie or even an Israelite with a lot of cares of this world, the struggles of life, Satan, he'll beat you down with this over here, and then he'll feed you this over here. He's going to come to you when you just about ready to break. And you'll accept whatever truce, whatever offer, because I'm tired of being beaten. I'm tired of this. You may have sickness hitting you, and then you says, you know what? I give up on meats because I'm sick. And Satan is going to give you a good plan, and you're thinking that meets the problem. It has nothing to do with that. Sometimes your diet have a lot to do with problems, but not entirely. There's a balance in the universe. This is why Yeshua, our King, gave us the meat and the herbs. But we, as a set apart people, do not eat all moving creatures. Ima, what's on your mind?
Right now, they're training the children in school with yoga. Little class children, and so giving them time of a session for yoga. So when they train them like that and they come up with it, they're gonna know they're gonna have it widespread.
And so when you look at a lot of the people who are, let's see what's going on with this.
They give you bits and pieces of it, like I was saying, and then they will try to bring in that information, but under the disguise of conditioning. So you're used to it, not knowing that you have been used to it, and then when they trigger it, you awaken and you're like, oh, all these years I've been practicing these things and not realizing that you have been a part of their plan and their system. That's why when we have the classes with Torah, you have to pay attention, you have to follow, because that is the only thing we have that separates us from the rest of the world. The Torah itself takes center stage of everything else. That's what's going to separate you as an Israelite from the other nations. And we know what the Torah tells us about the law, statutes, and commandments. It says when we obey them, we are on top. The other nation says, man, this is a powerful people, royal. But we want all the clout, we want all the gifts and everything, but we don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We want to follow these doctrines of devils.
Plutarch and all Ovid and all these different people all talking about veganism, but they all wear sandals.
And
Belts and stuff like that. You know, it's anyway. So, Mishpachal, we're gonna stop here and love you all. Stay strong, stay sharp. May the Most High bless and keep you. Elder, any final thoughts? Any words, Kifa? Anyone have anything else to say? We're gonna wrap it up here. Everybody's good in the chat. Brethren, if I didn't salute you, I'm saluting you all today. Shabbat Shalom, each and every one of you, wherever you are. Thanks for hanging out with us today for all this time. I will get it posted. And also, I still have 2 other videos, probably one, maybe I just do it as 2-part, of the baptism in Baltimore. I got to put that up. Okay, I'm still working on the edits for that. So put that up so y'all can see it. Okay. All right. Love you all. Thank you for the prayers, support. Remember the prayer team. Thank you all, prayer team, for the work that you do on a daily basis. Stay true, stay into the Torah, and reject evil of all kinds. All right.
Hallelujah.
So, Elder,
All praises.
all praise to our King.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Brother O'Shea.
All praises. Thank you, Brother Yana, for the wonderful teaching of the day. Very good meal for thoughts. That's life. Thank you, Brother O'Shea, for reading and putting your head together. I encourage both of you all to study and continue to do the thing that the good Lord has placed to you, first, Brother Yana, and also Brother O'Shea, likewise, and all of us to continue to encourage and to continue to study and pray for the gospel, that the good news will continue with power. Let us pray. Almighty, our dear Father, we are so blessed today for the words. We thank you so very much for Brother Yana. We pray that thou may continue to bless him, provide for him all the spiritual needs that he needs, Father, to continue with the gospel, and also Brother O'Shea to help likewise. Bless him, bless them, have mercy upon each and every one of us that continue. We pray on the behalf of those that are sick, that thou, Father, will do a miracle in their life, that they too will be healed from their infirmities and they be able to stand up on their feet and give you thanks and praise. Bless all of us together. Bless the offerings that is given, even our hearts. Bless, Father, the food that we're about to eat, and help us to enjoy the rest of the day, the evenings. And tomorrow when we wake up from sleeping, we'll give you thanks and praise, because we ask it through your Son Yeshua, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Let the words of our mouth, meditation of our hearts,
Be acceptable in your sight,
O Yah, our strength
and our Redeemer.
Shabbat Shalom. Love you all. Stay strong. Until next time, we say Shalom.